She's on the fucking porch.
Maybe. All right, now you're talking around. Now you're making her into an
Maybe you
alcoholic.
should just let her do what she wants to do. How about that? Patrick Walsh says maybe she had to go take a shower before bed.
Tune out too?
So Patrick Walsh says we're funny, actually.
Is Patrick Walsh tuning out soon?
No.
Pat, are you still on?
No.
I gotta know who our listeners are.
Pat, I gotta know this. Hold on. And what are you fucking smiling about there? Fucking, you're sitting there playing Angry Birds. You haven't answered the phone to agree with. The phone rang twice. I got people calling in to say hello to me. The phone rang twice.
People have said.
More people. People have said that you don't do your job. I haven't heard the phone once. Bullshit.
No.
Now we're on. Yeah, I know. They're looking at us. He doesn't give me a 1, 2, 3. I don't know when it was. I'm too busy talking to Larry Izzo and his wife Noreen. He doesn't give us a countdown because you know how he is. He's just like, you know what? Can't stand these guys. Let's fuck them up as much as possible. Limo talk, yes, it's me. It's 41. It's 41.com. Bobby Inns 41 and Zarello. Bought up extraordinaire Richard Zarelli.
Good evening.
Hi, Rich. In the back, the guy that really doesn't like us anymore, he fucks me up all the time, Bobby Lacera. How are you, Bob? I love you. I'm just busting your chops. Hanging out with us in the audience is Larry Izzo, comedian Larry Izzo, former exterminator Larry Izzo, and his wife, Noreen, who's got a 50-year printing company, and we're going to hang out with her tonight.
A 50-year printing company.
A 50-year printing company.
Been in the printing business for 50 years.
All right, you talk right. I've been drinking since 2 o'clock. Tell them to talk. Teresa Farrell on her way in to hang out with us tonight. I just want to let you know that the Gailers won the county finals, and Michael today won a championship for the 12-year-old Green Dogs, and I've been drinking Telemadu since 2 o'clock, and I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say tonight. What do you say about that there? Bought up extraordinaire and Bobby Inns 41.
Well, it's obvious that you've been drinking since 2 o'clock. I would have put it closer to noon, but
yeah.
Would Tullamore do?
Yes. You want something?
This is officially a City Field item now.
Really?
Tullamore do, yeah.
Really?
Really?
Is that like a big sponsor now?
Oh, yeah. They took over a lot of the clubs. So what happened to our song?
I think it's Zach's calling him. See, we have state-of-the-art.
Yeah, so we're so good. If he's got something on the phone that's coming across over the air, like our song for the night, and his son calls, it knocks it off. So
state-of-the-art radio podcasting. And you would think we're crazy.
That's a bit of a problem.
That 3,900 people reached us this past week. Well, fucked up is that? How's that? Huh? Everybody else, 300, 600, 900, 3,800. Hello?
Share the show.
Share the show. Follow the leaders. That's it. Limo talk. It's 41.
Hey, real numbers.
Real numbers. Not bought. All about us. Come on. All right.
I did a show with the Garden last night.
I love this. Here we go. I love it. I've been watching all the shows. You start with all. I was at City Field the other night. Go.
You start with ridiculous banter, but that's there's a band, a Korean boy band, so to speak.
Oh, that must have been fun.
TXT.
All right.
Tomorrow.
What is it?
Together.
Yeah,
Tomorrow Together.
That's a very popular.
They're very popular.
Yeah.
You would think the Beatles were on the stage. I mean, they were screaming all night long, nonstop screaming. Everything they did. Guy scratched his eye, scream. Guy grabbed his ear, scream.
Really?
They turned to the left, scream. Turned to the right, scream.
Come on.
Screaming.
Packed?
17,000 people.
Wow.
The whole everything was open. It was all filled.
What's the music like? Is it more of a ding, 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 or is it more?
No. It's like listening to a current Backstreet Boys kind of crap.
Really?
Yeah, but Korean. And they spent an hour from 9:30 to about 10:30, 10:20, whatever it was, saying goodnight. This is our last song. This is our last song. We won't be. Thank you, New York, NYC. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm talking in an accent. I'm not a fucking racist. I don't want to hear it. All right, but that's what they sounded like. No. We're leaving. Good night. Thank you, New York City. Thank you. Over and over. They walk off the stage. They come back for an encore, and I've never seen. They have these lights. All these girls come in with these lights. They're like these big ball on the top.
I saw it
with a handle, I was
and they're shaking it, right?
Well, yeah, when I was working the gate coming in, I was doing.
It's like ecstasy from. It's like ecstasy from. Remember, you used to put the thing in your mouth. Now they got the ball with. I'm trying to explain.
No, I don't remember.
The story.
I know, but he wants to know too. I'm adding.
I was going to explain it.
Go.
It's a big round globe on top with a handle that hold it. So as I'm doing the X-rays and I was doing the gate to start, I'm going, "What's in that bag? What's in that bag?" They go, "Oh, it's the thing," and they pull it out. So after a while, I see it up on the screen, and I was going, "Forget it, just I know what it is. Go, go, go." So I get inside now. I see what it's all about. They light up there's like 3 different colors it goes in.
Okay.
And they keep flashing these different colors as different things come up. The whole place was lit up with these. They cost $70
at the stadium.
At the stadium,
$70.
So there's 17,000 people there. That's $70 a pop, and they probably had what 10,000 of them. They sold 700,000 of those things.
I'm sitting there going. I'm going online, and these people don't understand what I'm saying, really.
Okay.
A lot of Koreans.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm going, you probably paid like $30, $40 for these things. And they're going, "Oh, yeah. I go upstairs, I see them for $69.95 at the stand.
That's a lot of money.
What?
And so now they do it when the band went off. They're not even a band. First of all, they don't sing.
Okay.
They just lip sync their music and dance.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute. Are you sure that you know that they lip sync?
I could have shot one of them dead on the stage, and they still would have heard his voice.
Yes.
All right. So now I'm going through this whole thing. Now when they're doing their little encore thing, they're doing a wave with them around the ballpark, around the arena. They're doing the wave. Everybody who in their section came, they put them up, and they go around. They went around like 30 times. Kept going until the band came back on.
That's great.
They come back on. They're screaming their heads off. And
did you like it?
Do I sound like I liked it? Does it sound like I liked it?
No, it didn't.
I was sitting there. The guy I'm working with. I don't want to mention any names, but he's sitting there like this. He's a guest service guy. I'm doing security. He's standing there. He's going like this. He's just going. Whatever.
Why am I working?
This is ridiculous.
Like the guys
what am I doing?
Like the guys that wanted to work the Ranger game, but then they were working fucking with Nev Campbell or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, so they come back on. Now they come on, and they're like, "Oh, thank you, New York, thank you." And now they're gonna say they're gonna do one more song. Thank you, good night. They do the song. Thank you. They're waving to the crowd. They go to each corner. Good night, good night, good night. Another song. Good night, good night, good night, good night. It kept going on for 40 minutes. Good night.
What? So they had the longest good night ever.
They kept saying good night?
Yes, good night. Thank you.
The whole
love
time.
You. We love you. We love that waving. Good night. If you look on YouTube, you find the videos of this.
That's all they're doing. Say good night.
Good night. Good night. and they kept saying,
you're sitting there going, "Get the fuck out."
I was going, please.
And the train is 11:42. If I leave now, I can make it. Oh, by the way, who are you? Keep going.
So I go.
Who's she?
I'm sitting there. I'm going. This is going on forever, and they would keep talking. Now they would talk 5 of them, 3-part good nights, interpret with an interpreter. So they say good night, tell you how wonderful New York is, tell you that they're going to be back tomorrow night tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Which thank God
with an interpreter.
With an interpreter. They say in a sentence. They say a sentence.
Yeah.
3 lines of a sentence. What do I do? Right? And,
I love you, New York.
I pick out a word, maybe like garden. Oh, garden, that's us. So I go, all right. Then the guy comes on. He goes, "Oh, what he said was he wants to thank you so much for New York. New York is a great place to visit. The Madison Square Garden is the world's greatest arena, and we can't wait to be back here again tomorrow night. We love you, and we'll see you again tomorrow." And then you figure he's going to the next guy. No, this guy's got more. And he also wants to thank,
Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams said for the jury that counted Trump guilty, 34 counts.
Oh my God!
I'll get to that later. Don't worry.
So he goes. So he's going on and on with this, and then the next guy's going to do his 3-part goodbye. Then they do another song.
Wow.
Oh my God! So this is
probably like an encore.
This is probably.
It's not like they left the stage and came back.
It's true.
They did leave. They left for like 10 minutes.
All right, I stopped sharing the show, so
right.
I could focus.
Anyway, hi, Teresa.
Hi.
Hi, good
thank God for
evening.
that.
Tea time, and Teresa sneaks in. Where the fuck were you?
I was running a little late.
Listen, Larry Izzo is here at 9 o'clock.
Listen to me.
He's poking his head into the studio trying to see what's going on.
Listen to me.
He catches me out there. I go, hey, Izzo, get away from the studio. He goes, who the fuck are you? I go, I know who you are.
I don't want to listen. I don't
I'm
want to.
out. I'm not
Now
done.
I'm going to make you feel like shit. Okay.
Oh boy.
My girlfriend's husband passed away, and I was on the edge of wanting to come or not. There you
You're
go.
just a dick. You just know how to be a jerk.
Sorry, I was on the fence, and I said, you know what? I want to.
You want to laugh a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right. My condolences. You okay?
Sorry to
Want a
Yeah,
hug?
it's
Come
just
here.
no.
Give me a smooch.
It's terrible.
Come on. Stick my
It was
tongue in your mouth.
unexpected.
I've been drinking since 2. My wife hates me. Come on, let's go. What the fuck? Let's turn it up a notch.
I think she hated you before today, but
Anyway, so hey, I got
Maybe
some
today was
emails
it.
for Dr. Love. So when you're ready, we can, hit that
They
later.
like Dr. Love?
They love Dr. Love. Last time we were on, so some people text me with some questions for him later.
It's a lot of people watching. I'll tell you something. Last week
a lot of
was
things to do.
very
later.
popular week.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we popular?
No, we were very popular. Bobby, we put it out there. We did really well. Good job. All right, so here's what's going to happen tonight. Larry Izzo is going to come hang out with us.
Cool.
All right. He's probably going to take my spot because
Okay.
I don't want to kick you out, but I might kick you out. I don't know. I might sit with Noreen, his wife, and hang out with her a little bit. Maybe fondle her a little bit, see if she really wants to stay with him because I'm in rare form. What?
Are you really hearing that?
He's like,
Are those the words that are coming out of your mouth?
I was kidding. No, I'm just
He should kick your ass just for saying that.
Larry's smiling.
He's smiling, but inside he wants to kick your ass.
I want mortifying. He's not. Larry, come sit over here. All right, you
The
come
first
hang
time
out.
you invite somebody.
You have to mute that.
Come on. Come sit.
Yeah, Larry, come on down.
Hi, Larry.
Yes, Larry, please sit
This is
here.
Larry Izzo. Larry is a comedian. Larry.
Yes.
Garage,
Have a
you have to
seat.
leave the headphones.
Have another drink.
Okay. Thank you.
How you doing, Larry?
How are you?
I'm great. How are
Now,
I'm good.
you know that's Rich Zarilli.
Yes.
I'm Bobby
Yes.
Hi, Rich.
We met before. Hi,
Bobby
Larry.
Zarillo
And
and Teresa Farrell.
Nice to meet you.
Teresa does.
Yeah,
right,
you
good.
don't
You
have
don't
to
need
put
it.
them
You don't need
on.
that.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
don't
He
put-
pulled out
I
the-
usually don't even
Don't
use
worry
it.
about
Larry,
Yeah.
Larry, I'm sorry. He
Well,
pulled
we'll
out
take
the
them
cord.
off. We'll make you
But
feel
you don't
like
have to
you
use
don't
them,
need
but
it.
if you want,
No.
they're there.
Larry, can you do me a favor? Just tell us quickly. My God. Just tell us, where have you performed your comedy over the last how many years?
Oh my God! Well, I started about 9 years ago. I think I played most of the clubs in Manhattan, Gotham. My first night at Gotham, it was 300 people.
Wow,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, that was a scary night, but I got to tell you, when you know that you hit because
Yes, I know
your
the feeling
family's
of
sitting over here.
good, and I know the
You
feeling
hear
of
the
bad.
laughter
So when they
over there.
chant
Yeah,
your name.
you're not getting what do you call gratuitous laughs? You're getting real laughs.
You're getting real laughs because I know that it's
Yeah.
not family, So yeah, and I played Caroline's.
Caroline, wow.
Yeah.
Nice,
Broadway
nice.
Comedy Club.
Good. Beautiful.
You've obviously done governors. I mean,
I've done Governors. I've done Brokerage. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Governors Brokerage.
Much better.
You hit
Cool.
all the clubs.
Yeah.
All the clubs. City, Long Island.
Long
Cool.
Island.
And you've been doing this how long?
Florida. I do
9 years, he said, right?
I
9
do a
years.
lot of Florida. I do a lot
Yeah?
of private gigs in
Okay,
Florida
good.
for guys that move down there that I know that have communities, and they say, "Come on, do a gig." So we do. it.
Private gigs pay better.
And I produce some shows here on Long Island as well, and some restaurants.
Nice.
Oh, you do shows at restaurants?
Oh yeah.
All right, so wait, we're going down for eating, and we got a comedy show.
Right.
Well, then I go in and inspect first to make
Dinner
sure
and
there's
comedy?
no roaches or rats,
Ah,
because that's the ex-exterminator. That's what I do.
yes, you're an exterminator.
The ex.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Ex-exterminator.
So how long did you do that?
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years, maybe more, maybe 35.
I got these black ants, Larry. Black
Are they
ants.
big black? No,
They're
they're
big
not
black
big and
ants.
black now. They were carpenter ants.
No, they're big black ants.
Well, if they're big and black, they're carpenter
Yeah,
ants.
that's
probably.
Those are
that's
carpenter ants?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the ones that eat the.
I
they
always
go into
thought
the
carpenter
wood, right?
ants were the little red ones.
No, they eat the
No.
wood.
No.
That's why they're a carpenter.
Black
right?
ants eat the wood.
Well, they're large.
Those are
black
termites.
Ants, and how you identify them? See, now I'm going to go into this whole.
I want to know.
All right, how you identify them is the back segment
got
of a carpenter ant is one hump, which is one node, and that's how you identify the carpenter ant.
I think
You count the humps.
I've seen that before.
You got to count the humps.
Well, I've noticed them. They have. Is it big? It's like a good size.
It's a good size.
I've seen those.
Are about
No,
that big.
Thankfully, not lately, but I have seen those before around my shed.
So if I got these, I got some problems.
Well, it depends. You know, you have to have somebody come out and do an inspection, see if there's any damage to the wood.
Always the salesman, right? Never leaves.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm thinking they're carpenter ants. They should be building me a deck. What the hell?
Get
get some tools.
You know,
what the hell good is a carpenter ant? They're destructive. They're not helping.
They use planes a lot too. Plane doors.
They're good with that. They like that. It makes a great snack later.
They like that.
So that's all right. And now, what's the other thing? You probably a lot of roaches.
Oh my God, I could tell you stories. You know, we've had so many roaches, and I did the New York City school system. Now, this is no bullshit. Did the New York City school system back in '83.
Wow.
I had the ceilings open. I had 8 guys in there with white laminated suits, and we will all look like beehive keepers when we came out. There was so many.
It looked like COVID.
It was raining roaches.
Wow.
Raining out of it.
Raining roaches.
It's amazing how and they
never bothered.
See, I owned the bar. And they used to come in the box.
Like bugs.
So you get somebody. Inns 41 on Franklin Avenue in Franklin Square. Right now it's 529 Bagels now, and Ralph's Ices is right next door. But I was across the street from what used to be Friendly's, is now a 7-Eleven. But I had Exterminator would come in.
Yeah.
Right. And I'd go, I didn't have any roaches. He goes, well, the boxes, the Budweiser boxes. He goes, they spend their a week in some place. They bring them over here after they refill them. He goes with a fresh case of beer and bring you their roaches.
That's right.
I'm like, that's great.
And that little corrugated
Yes,
pieces,
exactly.
Eggs in there and little tiny roaches.
So I stopped getting those bottles.
Yeah.
I said, the hell with it, I can't do this anymore.
Most of the people used to take them out of the cases and, then discard the boxes.
Well, you load it up. You're piling them up.
Yeah, but you really want to get them out of the building.
Thanks for telling me now that I'm long out of
it.
This is all free advice right now.
Man.
All right, cool.
I have little tiny red little red ants. No, like they're like microscopic. Seriously,
he's so happy
because I'm outside
so
and
happy
I'm like,
came on the show.
my table's beige, so you could actually see them. Like, where these things come from?
You invited me over for snacks? Get out of here.
It's like, seriously,
little red ants.
You know what? You have to put them on the side, put them in a bag, and I'll take a look at them.
Tiny.
Bring them in next week.
One time I had
Larry's book for the month.
We're talking about bugs. One time I had a water bug, but it looked like a roach. They can be confusing.
That is a roach.
A water bug is a roach?
American roach or an oriental cockroach.
Really?
And the
So
palmetto
there's different.
bug as well.
Ah.
But the water bug is an American cockroach.
Look at that.
Oriental cockroach.
They're big, ridiculously.
Oh, yeah.
They must have been all over them.
Scared the crap out of me.
Where you were the other night, right? That oriental
Asian.
Yeah,
the Korean
group at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Did they sound like Yoko Ono? Were they that type of screaming?
Sweet off when you score, say Monday, I want to do and nothing more. Working hard. No, they didn't sound like that.
They are crazy popular, though.
Now we gotta go. We're going to war now.
It really bothered me that they lip sync the songs, because you can tell the guy's like, oh, you can't be spinning around and dancing and singing a note.
Yeah.
You know that they do that.
Some do.
Cover track, so that
Sure
if they forget the music,
right? It's there.
I did a rap song, the same song that I turned into a blues song for Exterminating. It's a fun song. And we did a rap song. I co-wrote it with a friend of mine, Richie Scotti, and we've been doing some writing, some parodies. So we're having a lot of fun with it.
Cool.
We're going to be performing.
Song parodies are amazing.
Yeah,
we got a thing
Love
called
that.
Divorce Court, which is funny as hell. But,
Nice.
That's the reason.
and thank God I'm an Italian boy. That's a very big hit with us.
Oh yeah.
Thank God I'm Italian. Can we get a bar of that?
Well, life in my house is not so laid back. My wife gets pissed off when I go to the track. I eat garlic late in my life.
That sounds like my ex-husband.
Thank God I'm an Italian boy. I got me a wife and I got a gumata, and I don't go in public. We run to the Ramada. I see my Nona. She calls me Stonata. I got to do this with a
Stonata.
Yeah.
We got to throw a
do the whole
music,
thing,
though.
so I'm not going to go through the whole song.
No.
That's
Got to come and
cool.
see it.
Well, we're going to do
buy
a video.
a ticket.
Hey.
We're going to do a video on it,
Well, you're going to do a song for us tonight, though,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to do
all
a song. Me and Richie wrote this song. I originally wanted to do it as a
Rich.
yeah, Richard.
Really?
Not this
But
Richard.
before the
Scotty.
show,
Okay.
Just so they don't think he's the guy.
Yeah.
I showed up
But
a little
anyway,
early.
And we really had a blast with it. So we started doing these parodies, and we're having a good time doing them.
They're fun.
It's
They're
all fun. That's what you have to do. Second time around, man. You know, I did did my duty as the exterminator. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm on my fifth time around, I think. I don't know. I don't even know what time around
I
that
don't know.
was.
I lost count after a while.
I've had a lot of times around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as long as it ain't your last, that's good.
Yeah, you know what? That's the key.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta
the
keep
case.
happy,
Amen.
You got to keep moving.
Drives me nuts when people are like, oh, this sucks getting old. I'm like, you know what? You want to get old? Talk about getting old. You can get old all you want. You don't
Stay
have to
busy.
be old.
That's right.
It doesn't that mentally we don't age as fast as our bodies do. You know what I'm
Mentally,
saying?
you know, I'm gonna tell you a
Mentally, I'm
story.
25. So how old are you
27.
mentally? 27.
I
See,
go with 27.
how
well.
old are you? 12?
I have the
Okay.
significance to 27, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I'll tell you a story. I was working
Probably around 30.
Okay.
was working at Columbia University. I was an exterminator doing the buildings, and there was a lady there. She was 103 years old. Her name was Ellen.
God
Every time I went,
bless.
I would have to sit with her and have tea.
Right.
So all of a sudden, one day she goes, "You know, Larry, what I miss." And I'm thinking friends, family. She goes, "I miss sex." And I go, "Oh, Ellen, this ain't happening right now." So she goes, "No, you idiot." She goes, "What I'm telling you is I'm 103, but my mind is still 23.
Yeah, see?
And
Yeah.
I said, "Well,
Wow.
there's a nice guy downstairs. He walks around in a diaper and the third.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah. It's about the best you could get around here.
You're doing all right.
You know,
That's all
listen,
you
my
got.
dad's 89 and my mom's 86.
That's
God
it.
bless him.
And my mother said, listen, we're not dead yet. So she tells my father, use it or lose it. You know what I'm saying? So they have more sex than I
God
do. You know
bless him.
what I'm saying?
My mother-in-law is 95 years old.
Nice.
And she said to me, she goes, "So where are you and Noreen going to get buried?" And I said, "No, we're not going to get buried." I said, "We're going to get cremated.
Okay.
And they're going to take our, remains and they'll throw us in the Gulf of Mexico."
Okay. Wherever you
The
want.
Gulf, I like it.
Well,
Yeah.
because we go down to Florida. We have a house there. So, we hang out in the Gulf. And she goes, "Well, why?" I said, "Because who's going to come?" I said, "It's not like years ago we used to go to everybody's grave, pack a lunch,
Right.
The Italians, forget
Right.
about it. They go to
Yeah.
everybody's grave."
Mm.
She goes, "Well, I'm going to come." I said, "You're 95. You're coming. I'm in deep shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But God bless
Right.
her.
It's like
She
Yogi
was-
Berra once said. He goes,
We got bigger problems.
He
if
goes, you
you're
got to
coming."
go to people's wakes because if you don't go to theirs, they're not going to come to yours.
yours. Yeah. He was brilliant.
He was. Yogi was the best.
He was. He totally
That's
was.
great.
Yeah.
Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded.
That's great.
That was one of his lines. I mean, that's.
Funny.
But yeah, you know what? It's all to me. You got to act the way you want to feel. You want to feel younger, you're going to act younger. You want to feel old,
That's
you'll
it.
get
And
old.
you'll get
That's
old.
it.
You will. And I'm
You will.
watching people do it
Quickly.
now.
You'll get old
Absolutely.
quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think about when my parents were probably 40, 45. They were older than me. I mean, they're older than me now. They acted
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
acted older. And
They
my
looked
father,
older.
they did. They
It was the
they
dress.
dressed older. They wore their hair older. They
Yeah.
did everything older. They wore old guy pants and old lady.
Yeah, they never
Clothes.
wore jeans.
Yeah,
They
jeans,
always
No,
wore
a pair of
that's
jeans
true.
and a nice shirt.
play stickball with a
Double
pair of
knit
pleated
pants.
on.
Yeah. And it just
Hello?
seemed like they were old.
Hello.
You know what fucking fascinates me is I'm the host of the show and you could give a shit that I'm not even there. Bobby.
We're trying to do a
I think
show
the
here.
host
Who's
is doing
this?
Fucking Bobby, you walked out of here. You said, I think Izzo's mortified. I walked out of there, and for the last 15 minutes, you could give a fuck that I'm even not there, Bobby. You're supposed to be my co-host. You're supposed to miss me. What are you doing, Bob?
I'm not missing you.
What part is that?
What do you?
Izzo,
Why
how
don't you
old-
go?
Izzo,
Why
how
don't
old
you
are you?
drink some
Izzo, how-
coffee and sober up?
I'm not going to sober up. I'm going to sit in the back with Bobby Lacer and hang out and judge you guys for the next hour and 15 minutes.
That's right.
now,
We
you
got
gotta
3
see.
coffee cups set up on this other table. They've been there like a month, and
see
nobody's
you
drinking
next
any
Tuesday.
coffee. You should be sitting there drinking some coffee. Not
No,
tell
I
them what
want to tell him to
do.
do. All right, time out. Izzo, how old are you, Mr.
Excuse me?
Look at what he does.
Mr. Izzo, how old are you, sir?
How old am I? Is that an appropriate question?
No.
Why?
Not really.
Yes, because you
I
don't
don't
ask
know.
a
Should I
woman
tell
their
him the
age. You ask a
truth?
man their age.
I'm 72.
You don't look it. You're actually pretty handsome. You're actually very handsome.
Well, thank you.
Thank
you, Gaz. Gaz. What's his name?
Raz.
You know, I'm giving him some looks before because, you know, I'm giving you credit for being classy. All right. He doesn't have any.
He doesn't have a filter.
So, no filter.
No filter.
Teresa, I'm going to knock you out of your seat in about
no
2 seconds.
filter. Come do it, baby.
Shut the
Come
fuck
on.
Up. Right now,
Come
you're lucky,
spank
Teresa.
me.
You got a seat. In about 5 minutes, you might not.
You're echoing. This is annoying.
The bottom line is now you come in here. You don't know them, and you're making ridiculous remarks where they.
Wait,
if I was Larry, you'd be picking your teeth off the sidewalk right now.
Bobby, I met them 10 minutes before the show started. I actually scared Noreen because I went to the car.
I'm not
I was
surprised.
sitting in the car, and I go, Noreen, why are you sitting in the car? She yelled and screamed. We had a nice laugh. Larry knew who I was. Larry gets me already. So that's why I said I'd sit next to Noreen and fondle her. You looked at me and you mouthed the same words you've done a couple of times in the last 13 years. You're mortifying me. That's what you said on the air.
You did say mortify. Yeah, you did say mortify.
Yeah, exactly like that, Larry. With his fucking and that's when I know I got to get off.
It's my fault. He used to, right at that point, he used to go like this to me. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight.
And your mother went,
Yes. So I had to leave. So, Larry, here's what's going to happen. You're going to hang out because I haven't decided if I'm going to come back yet because Lestera, he won't let me do anything back here. But, so I
it's great that you're in the next room
so
I can hear your voice first, then hear you talking over.
He's echoing. Yeah.
Okay. Am I echoing?
Yes.
You got a double whammy.
Okay. Larry,
so now that everybody knows how old I am, I never told anybody. That's good.
What's the name of your song?
What's the name of your song? Are you on the show?
Just 20 questions. All right, are we doing the show or are you doing the show from the other room?
If you want to come back here, I'll go sit at the table.
How many songs have you written?
I wrote a few songs on my own, and then I started doing it with Richie. I wrote a few songs.
I mean, are you a fan of Weird Al, or do you think that he kind of?
No, I think Weird Al was great.
He was good.
I think he did a lot of parodies. It's for fun, you know.
I know, but I really got a kick out of his stuff. Like another one, Rides the Bus, and what was the song he did with Only the Good Eat Lunch?
Only the Good Eat Lunch.
And what was there was another one. I'm
He's
fat.
pull him up.
I love fat.
Oh, that one was.
I don't remember
I'm
that
fat.
Yeah, he made himself really big.
He was really, really
he
fat.
actually got fat.
Yeah, he put a fat suit on.
Yeah, he had a fat suit.
It was hysterical. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember Howard Stern used to get on. People used to get on Howard Stern's case saying he looked like Weird Al, and he used to get really.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's fun doing it. It's just fun doing it.
But I used to when I had the bar and we used to have the 45 records in the jukebox. Right? I'd put in the strip for let's say Bad, Michael Jackson, but I'd put in the record for Weird Al singing Fat.
Oh, I got it.
And people would go, "What the hell is this?" And they play, and it would play because I don't want to hear Bad anymore, and I certainly didn't want to hear, Only the Good Die Young anymore.
Right.
So I put in Only the Good Eat Lunch
That's
in the spot where that record belonged, and people play the hell out of it.
Yeah, right.
It was amazing. Back in the day when I had the bar, I used to get really pissed off at how narrow-minded people are with music. They play the same damn stuff. You put in Stairway to Heaven in the jukebox, and they'll play it all night long. And
they didn't have a great selection in a lot of
jukeboxes.
jukeboxes
100
in
songs.
some of these bars.
But I was really big on keeping up on changing the music constantly. I'd be at TSS. Whoa, I'm aging myself. I'd be at TSS buying new 45s all the time. Even my vendor, you wouldn't bring them fast enough for me, so I'd go get them.
Right.
And I'd put them in, and I'd keep the music changing. Something different. So I was tired of hearing the same crap over and over again. And then people would still play the same damn song. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? And I hit the button. And I would do a little fade. I'd fade it myself and hit the reject button. And people go, hey! I just go, you know what? Find something else. There's 100. Well, actually, there's 200 songs in there.
Oh, wow.
You picked it. Well, there's A and B sides. All right? I miss 45. I love them.
Yeah.
Then they come out with the CD jukebox, and I was like, yes, dream come true. CD jukebox, albums, 100 albums with at least 10 songs on it. It's 1,000 songs in here. Same freaking song. They'd play Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'd be like, come on.
Sweet Caroline.
I'd have Led Zeppelin. They'd play. Yeah. Oh my God.
Hold on. Graz. Graz.
They gotta hang up.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't be talking on the air. They're talking, and you're back there on the phone.
You got to disconnect because you're hearing background talking during the whole show.
Now, how about I kick you out of your spot in about 2 seconds? You keep talking there, Sweden.
Such a tough guy.
All right, I'll sit here. I'll shut the mute off. I was talking, have a conversation with Bobby.
I know, but it's coming over the air.
Oh, nobody. Who's complaining? Bruno Capolo?
No, Bruno Capolo is just laughing that the Rangers lost. He's not. He hasn't moved on to anything else.
Like hockey?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not a hockey guy.
Good. You don't get this.
What kind of sport
do
you like?
Baseball?
I like baseball. I like golf.
Mess.
Okay.
Golf.
I'm not a big sports guy.
You're good then. That's why you're staying young.
That's why.
That's why. Because if you get hooked onto a team and you watch them lose year after year, you age.
It's pathetic. Well, I did that with the Mets for several years.
Oh. You jumped off though, right?
I did jump off.
Good. Because right now,
you should
team,
jump.
They have spent $340 million on a payroll, and they're losing worse than I've ever seen them lose in the last 30 years.
Wow.
And it's just like, where's the money going? The Yankees are making me sick. Winning.
Well, you predicted it.
Bobby.
I did.
You did?
I also predicted the Rangers. I just cannot believe what just happened.
Right,
Panarin, where was what happened?
The gone.
That puck bounced it over. You go back over Zibanejad. I can't even say his name anymore. Over his
Mika.
Mika. Everybody does that. They call him
Right.
Mika. It comes bouncing off the back. It comes on. All you have to do is tap it in.
Exactly.
Tap it in.
It seems so simple, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It looks simple.
Maybe it looked like a
skates, by the way.
maybe it looked like a knuckleball, but it was right there in front of the net.
Well, they were barely in the series, so at least that was kind of a highlight
After the third game
when they appeared in the series.
But, all right. So I feel bad for Ranger fans. I feel bad for my kids. How many kids you got?
None. I have 2 stepchildren.
Okay.
How long you married to her?
Two.
Noreen, all right. So listen,
2 children.
this is the key to why at your age you look this good. This is the key.
What is the key?
No, what teams you worried about, and the kids have
No
not
gamble on it.
and your kids have not destroyed you.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the
ask
difference.
Now ask him how
All
many
right.
he
It
has.
is.
What?
Hey, Rich.
What?
Hey, Rich. You think you might want to say hello to people on YouTube and Facebook to keep them involved? That's one of your jobs. Why don't you do it? Thank you.
Are you hanging up now?
Bob. No, I'm just watching the show, and I want to make sure you keep involved with the people that's sitting there on YouTube and Facebook, like Elizabeth Batterbead and Bruno Capolo and Ann.
Let me tell you something, Graz.
They're not talking to you.
Graz. Go do a crossword puzzle. Do something. Find something to
Bobby,
do.
I'm gonna come in the studio right now with a
Oh, wait, hold
fucking
on. He's going to come in.
You
That's
ever
the
do
third time he said he's
Sudoku?
going to come in.
You ever do Sudoku?
I can come
Do
in
one.
2 seconds, Bobby.
1 through
Don't
9
start.
throughout every
Don't
line.
start your
Go.
shit. Don't start your shit, Bobby, all right? You already gave me that fucking face. It don't happen that often. Relax.
Wait, just shut up. Let him talk.
Richie, say hello to everybody, all right, please?
Hi,
On
everybody.
Facebook.
Hi, everybody.
No, Rich, you're a dick.
You know what Larry's
this
doing?
This is the show now.
Larry right now is doing exactly what I do every week.
Never coming back to Limo
This is what
talk.
Larry's doing
Right.
right now, and
Ever.
Noreen. They're sitting there going,
Well, after you hear my song, you know.
What did I do?
yeah.
Right.
No.
They're thinking, what did I do?
They're like, I wasted gas. This is what I do every week. I wasted gas coming here.
I got it.
Well, I guess the drinking since 2:00 will just excuse
You've had enough.
everything. He's going to sit over there.
Hey.
Oh my God, it gets worse. The nightmare.
It just got fucking better.
How can it get better?
Welcome. It just got better. Noreen, I'll be sitting next to you in a couple of seconds.
Nightmare. I think you're
Jesus
gonna like it.
Want the keys to the truck, huh?
I think you're gonna
Yeah.
feel. You ever
I
see
was
that
going to say, he
commercial?
should
There's
be
a
like,
commercial out right now.
guy's
with
going to
the
be
guy
on the way
sitting
out the door.
talking about himself.
Yeah.
And they're at an outdoor dining area. And the girl's sitting there and she's going, look at me. I'm
Looks
on
good.
Facebook shirtless, this and that. And the girl starts her car and has it self-drive up to right behind the table. She just gets up from the table, gets in the car and pulls away while the guy's still talking about himself.
Funny.
That's what I want to do with him.
You still on that?
Wait, you can't. You can't type.
I can't see it right now. I'd rather just invite. I'd rather
see
you
your
do it
phone
right now.
now.
I'm in my second What? What did you say?
Okay.
I am losing my voice. I've been sick for a couple of days. I just got past it the last day or so.
Isn't that great? As he's breathing on you heavily.
Was this his mic?
Yes, actually, that is my mic. But I've switched you. You have the sacred mic tonight.
There you go.
All right. So, what is the name? I asked before. You guys laughed at me. What is the name of the song that you're singing tonight?
He said he was going to get to it.
The name.
I have been sick for a couple of days.
The name.
So why are you sitting next to me?
It was 6 o'clock. It kicked this morning. I'm fine now. It's kicked.
Well, you got enough Tullamore Dew cruising through your system right now that I think you're embalmed.
I'm not bombed. I'm
embalmed.
I'm a little bit closer to that. Yes. So go ahead. What was your name of the song?
The name of the song is The Ex-Exterminator.
The Ex-Exterminator. And what is it? Just a parody of?
I Am the Ex-Exterminator.
Is that what you did for how long?
For 35 years.
All right, guys. If you tuned into the original part,
I'm not. I'm tuning in already. I'm tuning in now. I'm tuning in now. So I just want to catch a little bit. I didn't know about the 35 years.
Well, you like Bob Murphy, the happy recap?
Yes, yes. It's like a recap for me. It's amnesia. I forget what I'm doing.
People are watching.
That's all right. People, if they don't like us, they'll leave, and they're not leaving. Trust me.
I'm surprised they're still here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I'm still here.
I don't know why I keep coming back every week. Larry, I'm glad you. If nothing else, at the next event when Noreen gets mayor of Valley Stream,
I don't think she wants to be mayor.
No, I don't think so either. Thank God, right? But the point is, you'll be able to back me up when I tell you how insane this is and why I keep coming back 13 years.
It's
later.
not insane. It's
train wreck. We used to call it train wreck radio.
Oh, really?
It is train wreck radio. We were calling that as a joke. Now it's become reality. Yeah.
Well, when I drink,
how can it not?
It does. It becomes a little bit of a train.
I'll be honest with you. He's better off with weed. You know,
well, hey,
you know.
Maybe I'll do that. You know what? Maybe I'll straighten myself out. It's fine. I'm not sick.
It could take 7 to 10 days to fester.
Don't spread that over here.
All right.
Where's he going? Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
I feel like I'm at a special ed school.
I'm on a special show.
You know, I worked in special ed for 9 years.
Larry.
I am.
You are.
I did special ed for 9 years.
Did you really? You were a teacher?
Yeah, I taught in special ed, which is, it's really taxing.
I can imagine.
And they weren't that they were like really I don't want to use, we can't use the word retarded. They were not mentally challenged, whatever you want to call it. They weren't special needs. They were like a little
like
Lulu,
like
yeah.
Some of them were brilliant.
Were they autistic?
But had autism or what do you call it, Asperger's or whatever. All kinds of different things, ADHD, all kinds of.
On the spectrum,
there's
a wide variety.
So you would sit if I was talking to them right now, you'd be like, "This kid's fine," but until all of a sudden he saw something he didn't like,
or a sound or something
would trigger him.
Yeah.
Or a light.
Well, I had a kid one time. I had we were at the border of education. We used to go take them to job sites so they learn how to work in the real world.
Was that down on Livingston Street?
It was in on Tillery Street.
Tillery Street. Okay.
Yeah, is that maybe Livingston Street in Brooklyn?
Street. 110 Livingston Street used to be the main office. Of
that might be where it is.
Because I know that because
I used to go down Tillery. Yes, it was right near, not far from the bridge.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it was at the end of Myrtle Avenue.
Exactly. Yes, that's the place.
Myrtle Avenue.
Right. There was a nice deli across the street. I used to love it. The pizzeria. Right. So I had to bring them twice a week to different job sites.
Right.
So I brought this one kid. His name was Andrew, and he would sit there and he would doing data entry, and I can't even type fast. He get into a mood. Something would trigger. He'd go. He start going. This guy would come over from Mexico. Kid's going off. I mean, can you take him for a walk or something? He's like, and then he started talking in this voice. Hello, I'm over here. So I'm like, oh, Andrew, grab him, bring him downstairs. Walking down the street. I guess it was Irving, whatever, Livingston. I don't know. And I'm going, Andrew, just gotta relax, man. You're letting things get to you. It's getting a little tense. Yeah, I'm calm. So then I see this lady. She's standing on this big box, and she's selling hot dogs. So she's going, how many you want? 2, 3, mustard? She go like that. 2, you want 2, mustard? So I turn to Andrew. I go, hey, Andrew. I go, mustard? He goes, huh. He starts laughing. Now he's having a good old time. He's out there going, eh. He's going up to everybody going, mustard. I'm going, I created a monster. What the hell did I do?
Did you give him the bottle?
Right. So I go, you want a hot dog? He goes, yeah, I want one. Mustard. He's going, so we get him a hot dog. He's walking with the hot dog. Everything's going great. But I walk past this place that's selling a totem pole.
Okay.
They're selling all kinds of crap they must have picked up from places they're selling. It got out on the street. He's eating his hot dog. He looks at the totem pole. He goes, like that. And he goes, I want to go home.
Oh, boy.
And he was,
Jesus.
Good.
mustard.
Complete train wreck.
I can't believe it.
Complete train wreck.
So, did you ever work in special ed?
He's sick. Don't go near him.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I know.
Debatable.
This is what it's like, though.
This is
This is the story I was telling you because
Right.
this is what it's like.
halfway through the show. He announces to everyone that I've been sick.
Mean?
What's that smell?
I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Well, you know what? They'll all be over there.
You know what?
There'll be no one at this
Richard
table.
will be here by himself.
Yeah, I was just sitting by myself.
I think we should all
Go.
go.
I'll say hi to Lou,
Anyway,
Pat Walsh,
why don't we do this?
Bruno.
Why don't we get to that song?
You really want to hear?
I want to
Yes.
hear that song.
I want to hear the song.
Because he's got the weed going. Nobody knows, but he's got the weed going.
Maybe I should take a few hits before I start playing it.
Blow his cover.
You deserve your
his
cover was blown when you showed up.
Such a.
Do you want to move
pothead.
that down? Oh, no, he's going to have to sing.
All right, so we got Larry Izzo right here. He's going to sing his song called The Ex-Exterminator.
Ex-Exterminator, and this is the first time that I am doing it
Ooh, an exclusive.
as a blues song. It was done as a rap song.
Wait, can we hear both versions?
Well, wait a minute. This is a parody of
I can't
another.
do the rap song.
No.
This is a
Okay.
parody of a rap song.
Not a parody.
It was a
the
rap.
It was a rap, and we changed it. We'd still do it, but I just don't have that music to back me.
Okay.
Okay, are we seeing Larry? We're not seeing Larry though.
We're not seeing Larry. Where's Larry?
There you are. No, the other way.
If I go in anymore, I'm on
No,
the
There
table.
you go.
Okay, there we go.
All right, Larry Izzo.
Well, I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator. I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator. Hasta la vista, baby. See you later. Well, the lights go out, the floor show starts. The roaches run for cover cause they know I got the smarts. I'm the dirty bug slayer, the death spray sprayer. Put your bait in the trap and you better say your prayer. I see a nasty roach walking on the floor. I stomp them with my boot, they never make it to the door. I don't care if there's one or a pretty hefty bunch. I slap them with my shoe, I love the sound of the crunch. Cause I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator. Well, I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator. I said, hasta la vista, baby, won't see you later.
Whoa, this is great.
Well, you talk about your roaches, let's talk about the rats. The ones in the city are bigger than cats. Well, you can use the poison, you can use the traps. You want to kill these suckers, you need baseball bats. Well, they gnaw on concrete that they find on the street. If they're stuck on a glue ball, they'll bite off their feet. Don't trap them in a corner, they'll run from your throat. If they bite your juggler, that's all she wrote. 'Cause I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator. Well, I'm the ex-exterminator, oh, bug and rodent terminator. Well, now you talk about your mice, I can kill them with ease. When I got the snap traps, all I need is the cheese. Well, mice are not smart, they're actually dumb. They'll stick to a glue board like shoe sticks to gum. They'll gnaw through concrete that they find on the street. If they're stuck on a glue board, they'll bite off their feet. Well, trap them in a corner, they'll go for your throat. And if they bite your juggler, that's all she wrote. 'Cause I'm the ex-exterminator, bug and rodent terminator.
Whoa!
Okay.
That was awesome. I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey.
That was really good.
Impressive. I like that.
Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, just a good flow. It's what we need now. You know, something really funny and good.
Suddenly he's Simon Cowell. All right.
Suddenly I am Simon Cowell. Yes, boss.
Do I get
the
gold? Do I get the gold? Yeah.
You can come back next week.
That
if you
was
like.
very good.
That was very
That was
good.
really entertaining.
Really cool.
But the funny thing about the whole song was, while you were singing it, Richie got a bug on his shirt.
Did he really?
He did.
Yeah. Did they get that on camera?
You can't. It was too small.
I said save it to show it to him. He'll tell you what it was.
It looked like a little.
So he's
tiny
singing
spider.
Is that why you jumped? Somebody jumped. I saw somebody jumping.
I was like, oh my God, he's got a bug on his
I had a
shirt right
bug
there
on my
with
shirt,
the
right?
Ex-Exterminator
The
song coming
Exterminator
on.
song.
Strong Island Paradise Studios needs an exterminator.
You know,
here I come back tomorrow.
Well, Sarah, here's your
He just plays the
exterminator.
music and the bug comes.
That's right.
It did.
I like
And
the
then on
bite
my
off the
shirt.
feet
So
thing.
if you get infested with any type of vermin, I can kill them all, just like Uma Thurman.
Have you ever seen one bite their feet off?
Yes, I've seen some pretty nasty things in this business. Yeah.
What's the worst you've seen?
Well, I've seen them bite their feet off.
Wait.
So now what do they do after they've bitten their feet off?
Well, they try to get off the trap and they can't because now the stub is like stuck in the glue. Too.
So
they
shit.
can't.
I find glue.
Is that the word?
Glue traps
Right.
really inhumane.
Fun part
You know,
of the
it's
show.
inhumane until you got a rat in your house. Then everybody goes,
No.
I don't care what you use.
What's the worst you caught in all your years? Raccoon, snake,
Rats.
rats.
Were the worst. We went down to a building complex, and we were on a 3-foot crawl space under 2 buildings, and there were about 3,000 rats.
Oh my God!
On pipes, on the pipe.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
We are, and these things were on pipes. They were actually
Raiders of the Lost
doing
Ark.
trapeze stunts.
Stunts.
They were playing.
They'd
They were
worked.
playing.
They'd worked on
They had
that.
a circus.
And
There
how
was a
they got
circus
in
going on.
there was that the plumbers came in and broke the sewer line because there was a
There
blockage.
you go.
But they never repaired the sewer line. They hit it with a hammer, break the blockage, and the rats come in off the sewer line.
Oh my God!
So
brilliant.
we stood there, and my guys came down, and we stood there feeding them bait blocks, and they were coming close. And I goes to my guys, "Take the bucket, just throw the bucket."
Have you
What's
ever
the biggest
got
one?
bit by one?
And then what?
No, I had a
How
close.
do you get rid of 300?
She asked you if you. I don't have give it a mic. She wanted to know if you ever
So
been
put 'em
bitten by
in
one.
bags?
And my other question was, what's the largest you've caught?
I-
And whoever's phone that is, shut it off, please, because people are.
I think the largest rat I ever seen was probably about 18 to 20 inches,
Ding, ding,
including
Damn.
including the tail.
18 inches.
18 inches. Usually it's 18 to 20, including the tail. Yeah.
Wow.
But you had asked
To
me
me,
a
that's like
question:
counting
did I
the
ever
intent-
get bitten?
Yeah.
No, I never got bit. I had 2
Good.
instances where I opened a lady's cabinet to kill roaches, actually, and a rat jumped out and took my hat. Right over my head, took my hat off,
Wow.
and then there was another
aggressive.
time that I went to ignorant exterminator. I was in the stupid stage of my career, and I said, "Oh, I can get him with a broom." And I went in, and the thing ran right up the handle,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
dropped
yeah.
that thing and it went right over my shoulder.
Well, just so you know, Ann Rothney said that's a really cool song, Larry. Good job.
Thank you, man.
Elizabeth-
Appreciate it.
Elizabeth Babbitt gives you a thumbs up, and she's basically clapping for
And
you.
I have to give out to my co-partner that wrote this, Richie Scotty.
Hold on.
So,
So Taz the Resident Artist says, Mr. Izzo, great
Pat
job.
Walsh.
Pat Walsh says, just so you know, you're sitting across from the largest rat ever. Meaning me.
Well, I didn't think it was the reason.
No, you didn't.
And my friend Tommy says he did a really good job on that song. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
So we're good.
So that was just written recently, actually. The blues version.
Was
the
this
rap version we can find on YouTube?
Was this the premiere of the new version?
Yes,
on?
It is the premiere.
Wow!
Hold on. Don't you listen? He announced that before he did. He goes, "This is the first time I've ever done that." You don't listen? What are you, special needs? You would do that to me, and you know it.
Oh boy,
you would.
I'm ready to do it again.
You would.
Over and over.
At least I listened to that.
At least 12 times.
The greatest song ever.
I should be doing lewds. I really should.
Maybe you are. That's why you're coming back.
I'm doing 4 when I leave.
Have you ever come across raccoons, snakes,
Yes.
possums?
Oh, everything. But there are things in this part of the country that we don't see. Such as.
Ever been an event that just you sat there and went, "Oh my God, what am I doing?" Seriously.
No, I actually love this business. This
you done now?
Did you?
No, I'm done.
I'm going to
done.
ask you a question, and it's not derogatory or mean in any way.
Oh,
but
boy.
did you grow up as a kid wanting to do this? Like, when did it click for you?
This is part of my comedy act, man. If I start going into my skit,
let's do it.
Do what you do. But at what age did you
7.
admire?
Okay, I'm going to tell you, 7 years
So what
old.
did you
I killed my first roach at 7. My mother handed me a paper towel
Okay.
and said, "Kid, you're on patrol. We're having company."
Right.
So I said,
You're on
"What's in it
patrol.
for me?"
Okay.
And this company.
No.
That's extra pressure.
Go, punchline.
Go. No, go.
You
no,
are
sorry.
pathetic.
Go ahead.
So I said, being an Italian kid, I said, "What's in it for me?"
Right.
She goes, "Well, chocolate mints in it for you, and any bug that you killed, you get an Oreo." So
Okay.
by the time I was
Oreo.
9,
You were
I had 23,000 confirmed kills
Wow.
and stage 2 diabetes. But
Went
I was gonna say,
to
and some poundage on you.
And some poundage.
Well, I was going to ask you, started 7 years old, and you liked it?
No, that's when he got the bug.
I got the bug. I got my first bug at 7, yeah. And a couple of Oreos, so it was good. Yes, I did, of course.
You were
It was like, I
That was
treated
it.
this like a military
you were a
operation.
7-year-old bug hitman.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to understand, when you lived in Brooklyn, all right, on a Friday, the exterminator came on a Friday or a Saturday. So if your parents are having company on a Saturday
Right.
or a Friday
Right.
night, these things are moving around because the guys sprayed some pyrethium or something to flush them out.
Right.
And now you're on the run. You know what I mean? So I used to have to stand there with the paper towel, and my uncle would go, "Get me a glass of
So
water."
instead
Okay.
of Band on the Run, you could sing Rat on the Run.
Rat on the. That's another parody we
There
can
you
do.
go.
So there
Rat
you
on
go.
the
You just
Run.
gave us another
I've written
idea.
one myself.
Have you really?
I've written a parody, but it has nothing to do with bugs.
Okay.
It
What do you got?
Okay, so it's to the song Rockin' Robin. And I
Sing it.
changed it to Rockin' Potty to try to get my daughter to potty train.
Can we
Oh,
get
boy.
Can we get a little of that?
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. My daughter's name is Valerie, but I call her Valley. So Valley's on the potty all day long, pooping and peeing. We're singing our song, Rockin' Potty,
Tweedledee.
tweet.
Rockin' Potty.
Tweet.
That's
Tweedledee.
it. And it worked.
Oh,
The kid-
Rockin'
the
Pot.
kid-
Come
the
on,
kid
keep
would-
going.
The
We're-
kid
we're
would go.
doing
The
it.
kid would go to the bathroom.
She never got past the first
No,
verse.
I didn't have to.
Did she go?
She did.
There you go.
If the song was longer,
It was a
means
potty
she never
hit.
went.
It
Yeah.
was a potty hit.
I mean, there was more
Potty
to it, but
hit.
that was like 23 years ago. I don't remember. It was a long
wow.
time ago. She wipes her own ass.
At least it
Hey.
worked.
Exciting.
To this day, right?
Yes.
That was exciting. Back
My
then.
daughter dropped the deuce. Yeah.
I love it. I never forget when I was coaching baseball and I had one of the kids on the team come over to me and he goes, his name was Mark. He comes over and he must have been 12. I go, he goes, Coach, Coach, can I talk to you a second? I go, what? He goes, he was catcher. He goes, I gotta get out of the game. I go, what's the matter? Mark, what's the matter? He goes, I don't know. I just don't feel. He goes, listen, I got to drop a deuce. 12 years old.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
you got to drop a
But
deuce?
deuce?
He goes, yeah. Can I leave? Come back. I was like, go drop your deuce. He says, come back and we'll see what we can do. But go. He ran like a freaking demon. He was dying. And when you're squatting down behind the plate, you don't want to be having to drop
No,
a
you don't want
deuce.
that. No.
So
Oh, he's in position.
he was in position, but
He's a-
that was war position, back out in the jungle position, but it was pretty funny. Drop a deuce.
I got to drop a deuce.
I love that song.
Thank
It
you.
was
I
great.
loved
Thank
it.
you.
That was a great song.
I'm waiting for the I'm waiting for it to come out on iTunes.
Oh, it's going to be out on. We're going to put it out on YouTube and.
Yeah, put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Why not? We're going to make a video of all the parody songs.
You know, I'm finding now. I was the other day. I was listening to. I like Genesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to the album "Trick of the Tail." I love that album, and I'm listening to it on my phone, and I'm sitting there going, if I was 16 years old and I was listening to this quality,
right,
on an old radio, I would say this is a piece of shit. How am I listening to this? And there I am listening to it. I have two little dinky speakers on a crappy phone, and I'm going, this actually sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But we've accepted this as quality.
Yeah,
it's not quality. I need headphones. I don't have the earphones. I don't want to walk around with these things in my ears. I hate that.
I need them too. I can't. But if I ever had the ones that you don't have any wires to, I lose them in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Yeah.
I would lose.
How do they stay in your ear?
They just pop them in and they walk around all day with them.
I get the ones on a wire and they fall out. And then I pull moves like he does. I leave the phone and walk away.
Yeah. Take the whole table with you.
Yanks the whole thing out.
You did, Raz.
You did. You took the whole table.
I got your Raz. Raz.
Noreen could call me Raz.
He changed his name.
You can't call me Raz. You have to call me Graz. She can call me Raz.
I called her Graz.
All right, so she called me Raz.
I think when he first got here, that's how he was saying it.
My name is
Raz.
How you doing, Larry?
He's razzing me now.
Now he's got the G working a little bit.
He's razzing me.
It's like Graz now.
The name of the show used to be Limo Talk with Graz. I had to change it.
Because it was embarrassing.
No, it's much more enjoyable with that.
Me and Bobby couldn't let people know we were associated with.
I was like, the Limo Talk. They go, yeah, I go with Graz, and they'd be like, oh, well, all right.
I had to change it. Limo Talk was about 20 years ago. There's a gentleman in the industry, and he had the name. So he wanted $5,000 for the name. I'm like, I'm not giving you $5,000 for the name. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Let me explain the concept, Larry.
Well, go ahead.
We are supposed to be Limo Talk when we first started, which I thought was going to be 3 weeks before we changed the name from Limo Talk to something better.
Right.
And we didn't. But he goes, what I want it to be is like a bunch of guys hanging out in a limo going somewhere and just bullshitting.
A bachelor party in AC.
Like hanging out with music.
Right.
So this poor guy, Trevor, who was with WGBB, we used to be on 1240. Is it 1240? Yes. 1240 WGBB on AM. So we would go on. This poor guy, Trevor, was the producer of the show, and he'd sit there. And every 5 seconds with Tourette's, like he's got right now, he would just yell out. He'd go, yeah. So all of a sudden he goes, Trev, turn the music up. So we turn the music up. And then 2 seconds later, he go, turn the music down, Trev. And Trev would turn the music down. And then he'd go, Trev, turn the music up. And then finally one day, yeah, you did. And one day Trevor, who is the most soft-spoken, like mellow black guy, he's like he's cool, like he's really cool. He go like this. He go, listen, you asked me to turn it up, I turn it up. You asked me to turn it down, I turn it down. He goes, I'm fucking tired of you turning the music up.
I'm gonna wake you up now. He's a preacher. He's a preacher.
There you go. You pissed the preacher off.
I said, you made the preacher man lose his mind and curse at us.
That's pretty cool.
Raz, I've had enough of your shit.
He goes, I really have had enough. And then every night he would go like this. We're on the end, right? We're talking. He goes, how do we sound, Trev? And he goes, you guys sound good. You guys sound real good. And he go, we sound good, Trev? I just said, you sound good. You sound real good.
That was the beginning. I was learning.
See, Bobby? It's not just you.
What do you mean?
Poor guy. And Trevor.
It's Bobby the Sarah. I mean.
Trevor is the most mellow person. He actually does a religious show still to this day.
Yes,
on
he
the
does.
thing. And I actually, because I feel so bad, I actually watch it.
So do I. So that's two of us.
I feel like calling in and going.
I texted Trevor, hey, Limo Talk says hi.
I feel like calling in one day when he's doing Preacher Man and going, hi, Trev, how you doing? Bobby and Zerillo, and by the way, do you remember Graz? Turn the music up, turn the music down. And I wait to see him freak out. But you did. You made this poor man flip out.
And
he's proud of himself.
Well, we're still friends.
He is proud of
himself.
That's good.
He still reaches out to us. He still wants to know how we're doing. And I asked him to come on. I'm very loyal to the people that have been with us since day one. I know you know a lot of these comedians. We've got a couple of new comedians that have been hanging out with us a lot lately. Matt Arvallo, you ever heard of Matt Arvallo? Michael Nicolia?
I've heard of Michael.
Okay. Justin McDonald?
No.
All right.
Have you paid Justin McDonald for the beef jerky yet?
No, I have not.
When you do a show,
wow.
You do it with what, 5, 6 guys?
Usually 3 or 4.
Go ahead.
3 or 4.
He's criticizing my pay-per-view. Go ahead, ask him.
He wants to do his show with like 11.
No, 10. It's actually down.
10 instead.
It's 10. Okay. They want to roast me because of my special needs attitude and everything else, which you've noticed already. Like, right?
It's quite apparent.
I stomped on one of your. I stomped on one of your. Your endings over there. All I wanted to ask you.
Punchline. You tripped over his.
It's okay. I apologize.
No problem.
I apologize.
No problem.
But
you know what he's very good at?
Apologize.
What are you laughing about, T?
You know, apology means nothing if you keep doing the same behavior. It means nothing.
What are you laughing about, T?
I'm not saying.
Okay, so they want to do
lots of apologies coming from Grimes.
Where have you been? That's probably our best character. He never even shows up anymore. All right.
He's a jolly good felon.
How are you, Mr. Trump? Good felon. President Trump, you all right?
I'm doing good. No more.
Did you say hello to Larry Izzo? Larry Izzo came on tonight, and he did.
like Larry's extermination song.
I
like to sing it to the Democrats.
It was excellent, wasn't it?
I loved it.
Yeah, me too. How you doing? You all right? I know that you just.
All right, let's talk to Larry. Then. All right. So anyway,
see, this we could do it for 20 minutes, but he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Let's go. So anyway, we were talking about what?
I have no idea.
I was trying to know what I was getting at. What
comedians
have you done? You travel with the same group?
No.
Or do you kind of go with different?
With different people. Mike Keegan, you know Mike.
Mike Keegan, we know.
We know her.
Oh, by the way, Mike is a good. He's a trumper. He's a trumper.
I don't get involved in politics.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But Carla, you lose half your crowd.
No, I know. I agree with you.
But in the club, you do not bring up.
Carla,
Trump shows up.
Blows my mind. He's with Carla, right?
Yeah. They're opposite.
They are totally on the opposite. That's what I was just getting at that.
But there's nothing wrong with that. But that's got to be a fun.
It blows my mind.
It is good.
It is.
I do have to tell you.
But it is
good.
Noreen and I are opposite, and it's. Whoop, see, that note came out. No, that we're opposite as far as political parties go.
May I ask you a political party?
Yeah.
Whoa. I already know where he's going with this because I know where Noreen stands. Noreen stands.
I don't know. Okay,
so that's it.
Oh, I'm a Republican.
Okay. And she's a Democrat?
No, she's a Republican.
She's a Republican?
Yeah. But the Republican parties have changed since I became a Republican.
Well, it's all
so
changed.
is the Democrat Party. Democratic Party.
I love what Ronald Reagan once said about the Democratic Party. He goes, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me.
Ain't that right, Mommy?
Yes, it is. Well, there you go again.
Mommy.
But the thing is, it's true. And you know what? I'm seeing it more and more. It's like these people, you realize our government spends their whole time going after our government? That's
you know how
all
much
they
it costs us? And the thing that bothers me, it's the only thing I'm going to say about politics, no one cares about us.
They don't.
It's about the parties.
No, of course not.
And that makes me sick. So that's all.
Well, they're all making
they
money.
Get into office.
They're all making millions of dollars. Pelosi's got $90 million. She was a Speaker of the House for how many years? At $400,000 a year, and what? She threw some money into the stock market and got lucky for $90 million.
Well, because her husband was
it's all.
You see, what people don't understand.
See, they go. You're going to get.
No, it's okay.
There's a story behind
it. We got people in government on both sides, right? That have invested money in certain things, and they want to steer the government and steer the American public in certain directions so that they'll spend their money so that they'll make more money. Exactly. Electric cars, for instance. I mean, they must have invested a lot of money and are hoping to make a lot of money back on electric cars. I think electric cars is a little bit ridiculous, actually, at this stage.
So what happens now? I'm asking you, what's going to happen now?
And who can afford to buy
if
them?
He doesn't get... Now, let me ask something. I'm asking a question.
You have solar panels on your house?
No.
Yeah.
Could you?
I won't live long enough to make the money back.
Exactly. That you put on the solar panels.
I said this to a guy came. He banged on my car window.
Do you have solar panels?
No. Bangs on my car window. Right. I'm on the phone, and he goes, "How you doing? Have you thought about investing in solar energy?" I go, "Look at you." I go, "Look at me. I'm on the fucking phone." As I said to him, I'm on the phone. I said, "You just tapped on my window." I rolled the window down. I was nice enough
to be a nice guy.
I said, because I wanted to know, maybe you have a problem. I said, but the problem is you got a bigger problem than I thought you had. I said, the problem is I don't give a shit about your solar energy. I'm not interested. My heat works good. My electric works good. I don't have to worry if it's a sunny day. I'm going to be able to turn on my TV. I said, so the bottom line is I'm not interested in solar panels. So he goes like this. He goes, so can I leave my card? I go, no. He goes, I'll bring it. He goes like this. He goes, I'll bring it up to the mailbox. I'll put it on the mailbox. I go, you can, after what I just said, you're going to leave me your card.
See, now I would think you'd be cool to that he was actually pretty. I know. I don't
let him leave the card.
I don't like the fact that he interrupted you. I don't like
He
the
banged
fact.
on my window.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would have just put the card. I would have
They're
waited.
like Jehovah's Witnesses. They come and knock at your door. I had a guy the other day, and Noreen answered the door, and I'm listening to this, and the guy was selling windows or whatever the hell he was saying. And she's going, no, thank you. We're not the owners. We just rent here. And he kept going on and on. Finally, I'm like this. I have enough. I got enough. I go, what's your problem? Did we say no? We said no. Boom.
No doesn't work for you, does
No
it?
doesn't work for you.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
move
You
this
know what
along.
really bothers me when somebody leaves a home renovation card in my mailbox?
Why?
It means they passed my house and thought I needed it.
No, I think
Right?
I think they probably found something.
I want
wrong.
to check every mailbox on the block and see if they all
got a card
it.
in it.
Because I got this little thing you stick in the side of the mailbox, right in that little where it meets the siding, which is probably falling apart.
I'm
Right?
sure they did them.
I don't know about that.
He just.
Yeah.
I've seen your
Everybody
house,
needs
Bobby. I've
something.
seen your house.
My roof is patched.
I've seen your house.
I-
What do you say?
I-
Shut
I
up.
saw your house, too,
I've
Bobby.
seen your house,
Got
Bob.
blue top
You
over
need a
it.
little bit. Yeah, why you got that fucking blue tarp? Yeah.
Stake
That's
on
your
there
house.
with bungee cords into the ground.
Since Sandy. That's the house. It's the house across from Central with the tarp. I love you.
I'm waiting to put my house on stilts.
Oh, fucking A. Thank you, Larry. Been a whole night. Hold on, wait. Two people got a question. For you, Inns, Elizabeth Batterby, what happens with the power grid with all the electric cars? That's a question to you.
Exactly.
It's a legitimate question.
There is no power.
First of all, how do they make
That
the,
nobody can
how do
answer.
they make the energy for this? With fuel. With fossil fuel.
Right.
As Biden says, if you go, then you can have an electric car.
Hey, we're gonna have electric cars. It's gonna be everybody gonna drive around all the time. What
More
car?
Adderall.
Yeah, and Donald Trump is going to jail.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, his Trump is excellent. I can't pull it out of him.
That's all he wants.
I'll get him
Trump in
out.
jail and drive an
As the
electric
election
car.
gets closer, he'll be here a lot more
I gotta
often.
do lots of Trump. Lots of Trump.
All right, and Patrick Wall says watching this show tonight is making me think about eating my own legs.
Okay. That bad, huh?
Wow.
That's how bad it is.
To be
Who
on.
was that?
That's Pat Walsh.
Well, he comes on once in a while too.
Yes.
He's
knows-
better than me.
He knows the deal here.
He knows it's just idiots on the air. Well,
You
one
know what he
idiot.
told me when I told you I was coming? I said, this guy does comedies. He does governors. He does a lot of. He goes, good. Tell him to bring drinks. Tell him to bring beers. Like, I'm not telling him to bring beers.
Why? That should be. Wait a minute. Hold on.
But that's
I
a
didn't t-
requirement?
No, I think that the people that should show up here and hang out with us, bring something to eat or bring something to drink and hang out with us like family. We're offering
More of
them
the
wine.
Infinite Donuts?
Noreen had wine already. I mean, like we offer them
When
wine.
somebody's a
drinks.
guest, you don't.
No, I'm not. I'm just. Dude,
Bring
it's not-
pastries, Larry.
That's
Next
not a
time, bring
big
some
deal.
pastries.
Thirsty.
But is that something you think? Is that wrong?
No. Well,
Why?
I don't know. I'm a different type of guy. You come to my house, I got everything there.
Dude, I'm putting you on the air for an hour.
You got the Entenmann's.
I got the
You got the
Entenmann's.
Entenmann's.
I got.
I mean this sincerely, Larry. I asked you to
got
come
the
on for
Stella D'Oro.
an hour and 45 minutes. You're gonna hang out
Actually, we
with us.
do that with a list. Stella D'Oro cookie.
To tell you to come in and bring us, hang out with us, bring us cookies or something like that.
I do a cooking show.
I know you
do.
do.
A cooking show, cooking with comics,
Mm.
and we just had a cooking show last week with Peter Bales. It's not out yet. We're putting it out in June. Oh yeah, it was great. It was a great show, and we just had such a good time. And people come, and we feed them what we cook at our house.
Okay.
And people come, and we have like an audience of 8 to 10, and sometimes we can't get an audience. We'll
Like a
just do a
galloping
show.
gourmet.
Sometimes we don't have an audience, but last week we had an audience, and it was pretty cool. And but we had wine. We had.
You film it?
We make everything. We filmed it. It's
Wait,
going to
did,
be out in
wait,
June.
did your guests come on and cook
Yes.
you their favorite dish that they make?
We try to find out what comics like to eat, and then
What have you found? What's the?
a lot of pastas,
They'll eat anything.
a lot of
Have you had a request?
No, Paula Okerson made empanadas. That was great.
Ooh, that's good.
I
They were
forget
probably
what, I
good.
forget.
I like
Yeah, they
that.
were good actually. I forgot what Mike Keegan made. I think it was. I'm not sure. I don't
We
want to
do
say.
this once a week.
We can say no, once a month,
Once a
once
month.
every other month.
Okay.
Keegan?
Keegan.
Mike
What's he making?
Mike Keegan.
Corned
I
beef?
want to know what Mike Keegan had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had Mike.
What did Mike want?
we had Pat Dixon on.
Corned
We had
beef.
Jackie Martling on.
Pat likes us. Jackie, we've never had. We've had Artie Lang on.
Pat Artie Lang. I never had Artie.
Yeah, we had Artie Lang. What? 4 years? How many years ago? Bobby?
like 3 or 4 years.
That was-
ago,
Let me think. That was the night I
Artie's
was
a
working for
funny guy.
Graz. Hold on.
Dude, that's the last.
Uh,
we've done the last interview that he's done with anybody. Look it up.
I-
with the last one.
I was in the Cumia Studios with him one night, And I was just a newbie there. And Jackie was there, Jackie Martling, him, I think Bob DeBono.
Yep.
And,
he was booking shows at Dangerfields.
And Anthony
Cumia.
And I just sat back
and watched this, right?
Home in pain.
Yep.
And me and Jackie left the studio. That's how I met Jackie. We were on the show together, and we just became instant friends. And then we left the studio together, and we walked down the street, and I told him about the cooking show. So I'll do it at my house. Okay. So we did some at his house. And, and we just remained friends. My point was, it was just a hysterical night, and I never laughed so hard in my entire life. And I didn't say a word. It was just great. It was just fun.
It was like watching a comedy show.
It was like watching a comedy show, but it was all ad-lib.
Legends, right? Legends?
Legends.
Yeah. We never got close with Jack.
And then Artie walked around the street for an hour and a half. Get in the truck, Artie. It's 90 degrees below zero out. You know.
Oh my God!
When he came on us, his facial, he had.
That's how I saw.
He was. It was actually shocking because I sat next to him and Teresa sat next to me, and I took a look and I'm like, oh my God, he was great and I love him and I want nothing more than for him to be healthy and everything else. But it was kind of shocking. He has not done an interview since us at Governor.
Really?
Yes, he has
That's
not.
Interesting.
His podcast. He doesn't do his podcast anymore because he has anxiety.
He was doing a podcast with Anthony.
No, he was also doing a podcast. Artie Lang's with Mario Bosco and Mike Bichetti.
Oh, Mike Bichetti. Yeah,
they were doing. It was hitting about 100,000 to 150,000 people.
Wow.
A show, and because he has anxiety, he's not doing.
He couldn't do it. That's
not
too
doing
bad.
Artie.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's why Artie's not on the air. Artie's not on the air because of anxiety. He can't get it.
He did a great interview.
He was fantastic with us. He's fantastic with Howard. He's fantastic. You've seen him with Anthony.
Yeah.
But the problem, I guess, with Anthony was allegedly, he was still using.
I don't know.
You know, that's why I don't think he's using anymore. He's clean.
Right.
But he's total. You haven't seen him. He's out of.
I haven't seen him.
He's out of the entire industry right now.
He'll be back.
He should be back. Yeah. He's phenomenal.
He's a fantastic.
Oh, he's
comedian.
fucking great. And Teresa, if it wasn't for Teresa and my wife that night, we would have never had him on. And it was just luck. And
it took me like 20 watchings of the movie Elf to realize he was Santa Claus and Elf.
Really?
Yeah. Artie Lang. He was the Santa Claus and Elf.
I knew that. But yeah, it was a great time, you know. And I got to give kudos to Pat Dixon. He helped me out, got my cooking show. I said, I want to do a cooking show. He said, do it at the studio. And we did it on a green screen, first time.
And now it's great.
I had Karen Bergreen on. I don't know if you know her. She's a great comedian in New York. And
I love watching, like, I used to watch what my mother used to like
Regina
to watch.
DeChico. She's my favorite.
I know who that is.
Regina, she's terrific. I want to try to get her back on again.
So,
nice Italian girl.
Yeah. Wait a minute now. So you're not.
Did you really? You have a show? She never had me.
Actually, you know what? She's
there
looking.
You go.
Yeah, there
Don't
you
worry,
go.
give
So
her time.
Look at that. Something that he actually did get you a guest now.
What the fuck does that mean? He actually did.
Well, I should feel privileged. He was the first. I was the first guy he
Dude,
ever
in
asked.
13 years,
Wow,
I've never gotten a text from him. And last week I got a text that said, hey, I met Larry Izzo. He wants to come on. I like him. Bring him on. And I've never said no to him on anything. If he asks me, I try to do what I can.
Right.
He's my boy. I love him. As much as he thinks I'm special needs and retarded and an asshole and bad radio and everything else, I'm a fucking legend in my own mind. But we get it. And I was just like, hey, bring him on. But last week, my wife, we were at a party. I'm like, I'm not leaving.
This is how this show runs.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah, this show runs on my schedule.
I didn't see his note, so I'm here at 9 o'clock in the morning.
No, at night.
No. I came at 9 o'clock in the morning. I said, who's going to shoot a show at 9 o'clock? So I took a shower at 7 o'clock, got everything together.
What? You came here at 9 this morning?
Because I asked him 9 p.m., 9 a.m., or...
I didn't know about this.
No, you did. You even answered me. You said no, 9 p.m. Did I read that? No, I just figured 9 a.m. So I came here and sat here, and I saw people eating.
No, you responded cool.
Yeah, I know. After I didn't want to make a big ass out of
Wait
myself.
a second. Wait. I said that for the show.
You didn't say I went there.
Yeah. Hold on.
Makes for better
You have
radio.
been here, but not. You showed up at Paradise Studios.
That's great.
Sunday morning at 9 a.m. sitting outside here.
Last week, Memorial Day weekend.
No fucking
when
way.
you decided to cancel the show. I canceled my weekend plans. I was going upstate.
Honestly, you are?
No.
Oh,
this is getting good though.
Did I make you feel bad?
Don't do that to me. Yes.
Yeah, you fucked up my
Well,
whole
no,
week.
I don't like shit like that.
No,
He even knows that. Like, he gets called in sometimes for security at City Field.
Sure.
And my motto has always been, hey, if you can make money, right? If she's got a gig,
You got to go.
go make your money. I don't give a fuck about our podcast. We've been doing it every year. I'm sorry. They're still going to show up.
Right.
Somehow, some way, they fucking like us.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at this.
Well, not sure how.
You wrote AM, and then I wrote no PM.
yeah.
Right. I didn't read that part. I didn't read it. I just
And then you wrote, haha, yes, I'm free for the first time. And said, should I show up at 9? You didn't say AM or PM. And then you wrote, should be fun. And I wrote 9:30 is good.
We make for great radio because I usually sit there, but now since I'm sitting
I got
here,
ADD.
he ignores
I
me.
do too.
So he's focused on
Yeah.
you tonight, which is good. And I'm getting people saying it's quite entertaining. So,
Oh, good.
You're quite
glad we're
entertaining. And oh, here we go.
Oh, look, she's pushing for you to come on her
I'm
show.
not pushing
She's got.
anything.
You'll
He
be
asked
booked
me a
by the
question.
time we
I'm
finish.
answering.
I'm doing nothing.
Teresa
tomorrow.
has a show here. Teresa's the reason why we're here.
Why don't we have? You should have Noreen on.
All right, so we started Gov's Radio. You remember John Mulrooney?
No.
You don't know who John Mulrooney is?
I heard of him, but I
Okay.
don't know him.
We. I said we. I didn't say me. I said we.
You said
Mr.
we
Zarelli.
started Gov's
We.
Radio.
Okay. John Mulrooney tried to compete
Jackie
against
who?
Jackie
Martin.
John Mulrooney tried to go up against Howard Stern in 2015.
Okay.
He built a state-of-the-art podcast studio at Governor's and tried to compete against Howard.
Okay.
It failed. We were sitting there doing nothing. We were at the Shark. We had gotten fired from the Shark. We're sitting there doing nothing.
Get fired from the.
I got fired from the Shark. They liked you. Whatever. So I walked up to the guy at Governor's.
You stay.
I walked up. Yeah, exactly. It's the way it's been. You stay. You get rid of this guy. He's an idiot.
Oh my God.
I walked into. Am I not right, Zarelli?
You are right.
We're across the hall from the guy who does as local news gets on News 12.
Go ahead, son.
Right? Jim O'Brien.
Yeah, Jim
Who's
O'Brien.
on 103.1. He's on the radio.
And we're on the Shark.
And we're over there. and I know Jim. I know him from Elmont. He lives in Elmont. So I see him in there, and I go. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing here?" In his professional voice. I go. We're doing a show down the hall. He goes, "Oh, maybe I'll stop." And I go, "Maybe not." He says, "Maybe you don't." I
Probably
says,
not a
"One
good
day
idea.
I'll let you know." And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I
So what
didn't.
are you saying to Larry? He's the first one he invited after 13 years.
Well,
You all right?
I wanted Jim. That was just a long time ago. But
I
thought-
just met you that night.
yeah.
Well, because we've got a lot of the regulars, like the people I mentioned. You really don't know. A lot of the younger guys, they hang out with us, so we're kind of loyal to them. They've been with us since day one, so we want to try to do the right thing by them.
Why not?
And then you bring somebody like you in, who Bobby brings in. It's nice. You have a whole bunch of friends and everything else. If you're having a good time, we've always told everybody you walk in whenever you want.
I also have a podcast. It's it's an audio podcast. It's
So
not
what does that mean? It's a good
Nothing.
podcast.
Yeah, it is a good.
What's the name of it?
Thrill of the Kill? Because I used to kill and exterminate, and hopefully I'm killing and exterminating. And,
On YouTube? YouTube?
No, I don't have it
Spotify?
on YouTube. It's on
It's on the audio.
It's on Spotify, Apple.
Apple?
It's on Spotify. It's on every place you can get.
You enjoy it still?
I love doing the podcast. You just go out there and riff, and I love it. And then when I have exterminators on, comedians on, anybody that's killing in any business, I love it. And,
Thrill of the Kill.
Just to interview, the Thrill of the Kill. And love
like
to
the
have you
name.
guys on. And
He'll take you up on that. He's the star.
Alone.
He's the star. Yeah,
All right,
I don't go.
Definitely. I have Teresa on. Rich,
Yeah.
Alone.
would you like to come in?
Larry,
Have you all on at the
Larry,
same
watch
time?
yourself.
Yeah, I was
Remember,
gonna say.
Limo talking. Never mind. Huh?
I'm thinking about cooking shows. I was thinking about this before. I used to watch, my mother used to watch these shows, Rachel Ray and shit, whatever. And Kathy Lee Gifford, or whatever,
Oh God!
was on Live with Regis, who I couldn't stand her.
yeah.
And
Can't stand.
somebody would cook something, and she'd put it in her mouth and go,
Right.
and I'm going, oh, shut the
reaction.
fuck- oh, come on with
I
that,
know.
right? But I always thought to myself, what if it tastes like shit? Would anybody tell you the truth?
I think
Never.
I don't know.
They always tell you it's
On my
wonderful.
show,
It
you
would be
might.
like-
You
it
know,
would
Like,
be
you know, I really
it
like
would be
Lily
like-
Stolzberg.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I love Lily.
Yeah.
She does She does Uncle Giuseppe's.
And
everything the guy makes. That's right, Lily. We're gonna throw some of this shit in here. We're gonna put that in a little olive oil. We're gonna throw a little. He goes like this. And she tastes. She goes, that's delicious. And I'm sitting there going just once. I want somebody to go, it's not that good.
It could be better.
It could be better. Maybe come here. They grab the salt. They say, I think that makes for better. I think that would be hysterical.
It's not for me.
How about a failure? We're gonna do a failure.
Cooking show. The worst cook ever.
Yeah.
Well, they have those.
Well, you go, oh my God, this tastes like shit.
Worst cooks in America.
Well,
it's on the Food Network.
Maureen, you good cook?
Peter Bales was just on.
That's a show.
And I will not tell you what he made.
I have Peter on my show.
Did you?
He did.
Right. And I won't tell you what he made. You have to watch the show.
Cool.
But it's interesting, and it's something from like the early 1900s. That's all I'm
sure.
And probably from the 1800s.
Yeah, because he's a historian.
He is a historian, and he made a historical meal.
I'm sure he
did. Very simple and delicious.
And it was
interesting.
Actually,
very
interesting. I've heard of it.
Did it
I
have
would
to
never
do with,
taste
Did
it.
it have to do with quail? Did it have to do with? I'm trying to think what they ate back then. You know what I'm saying?
Squab.
They hunted everything before.
Don't make me tell you, Teresa. I'll have to kill you. I have to watch the show.
It was squab.
It was something that you had to catch back in the day.
There was nothing being caught. That
Really?
I'll say. It was not a meat.
Okay.
So it's all mixtures.
It was not a meat. That's all.
Legumes. I'm thinking
It'll be out in June. Tune in.
I can't wait.
Yeah. No, it's a very.
What's your favorite kind of food besides?
Italian.
No, but I'm just saying, give me
Other
a
than that.
dish.
What other than what? Other
No,
than
I want to know
Italian?
what dish.
Favorite Italian
what's your
dish?
Favorite Italian dish.
My
I knew it was going to be
favorite
Italian.
Italian dish is probably veal Milanese with the
Milanese.
just a breaded veal cutlet with some little lettuce on top. Sometimes they put a little tomato, some onions, and.
And what was your favorite meal from Cooking with Comics?
That's a tough one. I think it was Jackie's beef stroganoff, but he
Jackie Marling?
He left out the sour cream, so I don't know. But
Jackie could cook.
Jackie can cook. Yeah.
Wow.
Jackie cooked a few meals.
Really?
Yeah, we had Allie Breen on. I don't know if you know Allie Breen. She's a good comic.
See, we're both big fans of Bobby Nelson. And
Bob Nelson. Yes,
Yeah.
I went to his. I was
Fundraiser?
actually
You
at
went
his
to fundraiser?
fundraiser.
we were
yes.
there.
We were
Jackie
there.
was there.
Yeah, Jackie was
Rob
there.
Bartlett
His
was
wife
there.
Was there. Barbara
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, everyone was there.
Yeah.
Mulrooney was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, John was there.
Mulrooney did. He
Mulrooney
got on
was
my
there.
case the whole show. Called me the
Brad
most
was
interesting
there.
man in the world all night long. Kept
Yeah.
doing that to me. I'm sitting next to the tape, next to the stage with her, and he's going, "Here he is, the most interesting man in the world." Like he kept doing that to me. I'm going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm sitting here quietly. Shut the fuck up.
What type of show do you have?
It's a one-on-one 55-minute interview.
It's a This Is Your Life show.
It is.
Oh.
I had
It is.
I had him on.
You're an actress, right?
Larry Izzo,
I'm-
this is your life.
He said to me, "How do you find out this
She
shit?"
knew all kinds of shit about me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
You were arrested at 14 years old.
Yeah.
I
You got a beer
On a
drinking
burglary
ticket.
charge.
I am an actor, but
have a
also I've
tattoo
been
on
doing
your
stand-up
left buttock.
comedy
Yeah.
since the early 90s.
Okay.
I started back then.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I've heard of you. I've seen you.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
think we're Facebook friends.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure we
think
are. But I had him on. I had Graz on. These are the only one I haven't had.
I was really honored to have been on her show until Graz did it. and then I felt like
Wow.
What is that noise? Do you hear that noise?
yeah, because you spent 4 days sharing it. All right.
Share the show.
You're an amazing human. That's all I'm saying.
But I've had on. I interview.
You told
actors,
everybody.
comedians,
Noreen, you wanna
directors,
come on?
producers, anyone in the
You want to come
entertainment
on?
industry.
No.
So
And tell us a
I
little
had
bit
on
about
Bobby
Ellen.
Collins.
No?
Had on
You
Bobby
smoking
Collins?
weed with him?
Jackie, Peter, Joey Cola, Regina DeChico.
Oh,
I've
Regina.
had on
yeah.
everybody.
I love her. She's great.
She's great.
She's such a fun person.
She talks like Marge.
Yeah.
He's retarded.
Huh?
He's retarded.
Graz? No, nothing. We were just talking about you.
I swear to God, this is the most bizarre thing you've ever seen. It's
Matter
like-
of fact, he usually says to me, "So who are you having on tomorrow night?"
Remember, like, you ever watch Abbott and Costello?
Yes.
He's stinky.
I'm not.
You know what?
I'm
If you put a little hat on him with the things coming down, no.
Yeah.
Don't you jump the bandwagon. All right? Listen.
You know what he flips out
what?
that everybody gets on his case, but
Yes.
everyone gets on his case. And it's a trained.
I'm a guest. I'll stand.
It's a trained
No.
behavior, and I've known him. He used to bartend for me
Oh, God.
years ago.
Go
when
ahead.
I owned my place in Franklin Square. Right? He was a bartender, and he was. I used to fire him every week. Every week.
How long did I work for you? About 10 years? 8 years? No.
Oh no, he was fired more times than Billy Martin. it was like
Tell him a couple of, well, give him a couple of just small synopsises. You can. Who cares about it? Give him one event that you just sat there and go, what the fuck am I doing with this idiot?
I had somebody come in. He owned a place he used to work at a bar in Elmont.
Oh my Lord.
And his name was John Gableman. Right? He comes in and he sits down and me and him are going at it all night. We're going out. This is 30 years ago. Right? We're going at it all night long. And John comes in and he goes, "Hey, Bobby, what's up?" I go, Hey, John, sit down. Come on. He sits down at the bar. And he goes like this. I go, give John whatever. John, what do you have? And he goes, just give me a tap beer. Give him a tap beer. I go, give me a, whatever I was drinking, scotch. Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there and he goes, I go, what? He goes, put the money up in front of the guy I invited, right? I go, what? I go, leave. I was like, just leave. So then I was behind the bar serving John. Right? He went home. Then a week later, he comes up to me and asks me if I can borrow money so he can put a down payment on a car. Right?
Yes.
That red thing you bought, whatever that was.
Yes. And you hired me back.
Of course. Right? Yeah.
And
come on. It was nothing. It was just kidding. I was a joke.
Well, you know what? I learned I was wrong at that point. I should have just put the beers down and walked away. I always.
Really?
Well, wait a minute. I had always. Wait a minute. At the beginning, I had always
He's
learned
finally had
that if
this
the boss
revelation.
buys a drink, in the beginning, in the old times, if the boss bought a drink, you're supposed to put your money down on the bar.
Bobby John's a nook and cranny. Always put his money down.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was going to put my money. You just went like this. Where's money? I was like, what the fuck? And the guy looked at me like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck is this
guy?
dick?
You hired this guy? I was like, shh, relax. I go, yeah, Grimes, why don't you just go home?
I did.
He left. But he used to. I'm going to tell him a little pickle bucket story here.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead.
I used to I had an old Italian chef in the kitchen, and he used to love these. He used to buy everything in 5-gallon buckets. Tony Roberto, how you doing? Babe, I needed this and this, and you could buy everything in big buckets, right? So I bring in all this stuff. So I'm noticing the buckets are disappearing, and then I go down the basement, and I'm like, "There's a bucket in the middle of the floor. There's a bucket in the middle of that floor. Why?" I look up to see if there's a leak. Empty bucket, nothing in it. Nothing. Everything's good. Take the bucket, put it back with the other buckets. Scary, right? So I come back a couple of days later. I look, another bucket next to an old ice machine I used to have down. It's like a 50-year-old ice machine down in the basement that was just like a relic. I could have had it in the Smithsonian, right? I look, there's a bucket next to it. I'm like, what's these buckets doing down here? Bring the bucket back upstairs. A couple of days later, I come downstairs. There's another pickle bucket in the middle of the floor. Pickle bucket, big green bucket. And then I notice, every time I notice the bucket, I notice a roll of toilet paper near it. I'm thinking something to do with drugs. I'm thinking something to do with drugs. I never thought the other thing. Right? I'm thinking, fucking guy's doing something with drugs, with toilet paper. Maybe he's using the roll in the middle of the roll. I don't know what he's doing. Right? So finally he comes in one night. I go, all right, what's going on? What the fuck is going on with the buckets downstairs? It's always after the night you work. He goes, what's the big deal? I go, what's the big deal? What the fuck are you doing? I go, and there's a roll of toilet paper. What's a roll of toilet paper? He goes, I don't like using the bathroom in here.
Gotta be kidding me.
No, wait a minute. Okay, let me preface this by telling you I had a bad cook.
Taking shits.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
No. Let me get this.
No.
So
You got to let him finish.
So he goes, so I go, you're taking shits in the basement? We have 3 bathrooms in here. 3.
Wait.
Goes, I don't like going in there. Customers might come in.
And wait. Mr. Izzo, time out.
No.
He's busier than he's ever been. My nights, he's fucking packed all the time. Yes?
Okay.
Packed. triple what he's got fucking normal nights. Wait, I'm prefacing that by all right.
Prefacing.
All right.
Whatever prefacing.
I just got hit with preface.
Yeah.
Larry just got some preface across his face.
he got hit in the eye with preface.
Oh, there you go. That'll be on my page.
Make that doctor's appointment for me tomorrow.
You're gonna run every test. Blood test.
Gonorrhea, syphilis, anything. We're gonna run that test.
Oh, you got to run it all.
So now check this out.
Fucking
So now
A.
I go like this. I go, you're putting what are you're shitting in the bucket with what? He goes, I take a garbage bag. I go, a 32-gallon garbage bag you're putting in a bucket to take a shit? Where is this bag? In the garbage. I go, you're throwing it out with the garbage? You're throwing it in the garbage pail? Right by the side of the building? You're throwing shit?
No, I used to put it into the fucking, you used to have the canister there. The fucking thing that comes out where you lift up the thing.
That makes it better.
No, you didn't have a dumpster. You had to. Okay.
I had regular garbage.
But I always used to put it at the bottom, never on the top.
And I'm wondering why the garbage men are giving me dirty looks all the time.
Larry, so I'm fucking busy there. I don't want to go down in there and take a shit while people are sitting outside, whatever they're doing. Then this is the 90s. You know what the 90s were like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I did a lot of the 90s. Okay. And
he was doing so much blow he couldn't hold his shit.
I couldn't. So
that's what the problem was.
That's a lot.
So I would.
He was ready to shit himself.
So I
was gonna say, this is
forget about his story about how he doesn't want to be publicly seen in the bathroom. He was blowing out his shit you wouldn't believe right there behind the bar, and he ran down with a garbage bag and a 5-gallon bucket and took a shit in the basement.
True.
Were you one of these kids that put shit in a bag and then put it on fire and have?
No.
I did that.
No. But I just listen. I had a bad habit, and I didn't want to go in the bathrooms over there, so I'd go downstairs in the basement. I was getting away with it, and nobody said two words about it. No, I didn't think he was going to sit there and analyze the.
I analyzed the hell out of it.
Dude, he's sitting there going,
"Thank God you didn't have cameras."
And then in retrospect, right? Then in retrospect, I started thinking to myself, I put the buckets back.
Why
in the rotation?
Were you reusing those buckets?
No.
Okay.
No,
put more pickles in.
No, well, Tony would like wash dishes in them. Maybe.
Oh, I would never.
Oh boy.
Tony would be like, "Hey, Bob, I didn't use it to wash it.
It's a shit.
I throw the dishes into the bucket. No!" He goes, and put it in soap. We let it soak for a while. I don't get it in.
It's a shit smell.
It smelled like a
smell like a shit, Bobby. Somebody had fucking kernels of corn fucking all over. Oh my! Someone's right. Yeah.
And garbage bags weren't cheap. He's using a 32-gallon garbage bag for one dump. It was.
Wait. He fired me many times. But wait, I didn't steal from him. He knew what he was getting from me. He knew what he was going to get. If he walked in the bar, he knew it.
Bucket.
I think I
you know what people you know what people who steal from you say to you? That they never steal from you.
I didn't say that. Dude, that's not right. You put me 40 years later. From the bar business, I think I did the right thing, and if you think I'm wrong, you can attest to it. But I think I tried.
It's a little late for me to start pointing fingers.
If you didn't like me or thought that I was stealing from you, I don't think you would have been on the air for the last 13 years.
I don't think you would have let him shit in a bucket. I mean,
no.
You know.
It was all the time.
It wasn't all the time. It was a 4-month period. It was a bad period. It was a bad
pinpointed.
Oh my God!
What is your problem? I want to know something.
Because you
sitting
act like
here
a
watching
4-month period is
you
okay.
haven't said 3 words, but you keep on making fucking faces.
Yeah, making faces. Because a 4-month period is not like 10 minutes. 4 months you did this.
And he's working 3
4 months.
That's
was he working?
You act like it's just 4 months.
12 buckets a month.
No, I didn't do it every night.
Every night.
No, most nights. I wouldn't go down.
Most nights.
It was, hold on. Time out. It was time out. It was nobody downstairs. So everybody already had gotten their drinks. They were all hanging out. Nobody stop. Nobody come behind the bar. He didn't show up till 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what time he was walking in. He knew what he was getting. That's it. So he knew what he was getting. So instead of me going to the bar, area, I go in the fucking there'd be My own area, I can sit down.
His own area.
Whatever I gotta do.
own area.
Whatever I gotta do. It never went on the floor. It never went anywhere. It always went in the fucking bucket. Oh, I thought you said something about the floor.
In the middle of the floor, you said my own area. I could see
dark.
in a corner.
There was one light
in the middle of the floor.
There was one light. I sat there. Shut up.
Shut the light.
It was comfortable.
And here's the guy who told me my basement was haunted and there were ghosts in there.
Yes, but I had to shit there, and I didn't want to hang out with people. What do you got to say, Noreen?
Larry, you got to write a pickle bucket story. A song.
Shit in the pickle bucket? Yeah. Dude.
Shit in the pickle bucket.
I would love for you to come out with a pickle bucket song.
We have been pickle bucket song.
We have been talking about that pickle bucket.
I'll tell you what. We will work on a pickle bucket song just for you.
How long have we been talking about the pickle since the
beginning?
Yes, since the beginning.
I'll get my partner Richie. We'll sit down and do a.
Richie's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I had the bar all through the '90s.
Write a pickle bucket song.
All through the '90s up until 2000, right? I had this bar, and I'm still telling this story 20-something years later, right? Because it's just I still can't believe that somebody did this. I just can't.
I have more questions. One other question. Now, after the 4 months, when you confront him, does he stop in the pickle bucket? Does he start using the bathroom?
I confronted him somewhere in the second month of this, and he continued to do it.
What are you laughing about? L.M.N. fucking printing over there. What do you want? Sitting over there. L.M.N. printing for 50 years in Valley Stream. Noreen, what do you want?
23 West Merrick Road, Valley Stream.
There you go.
23 West Merrick Road.
There you go.
I'll tell you what. Your father started that business, right? Right. He started the business, and you were doing like what you said, like booklets and stuff. You would raffles. Raffles. Weren't they like chance books or something? Yeah. Right. So, right. So now they're huge. Now I'm looking at some stuff that I'm seeing made. Did you make up stuff for the Green Hornets? Those little keychains? I love that. I want them.
There we go.
I'm getting them.
There we go.
There we go.
I just saw it today. I was in the office at Fireman's Field, and I'm looking. I'm going, fucking nice keychain.
Here we go.
I was like, I like this. This is Valley Stream Green Hornets. It was like a little piece of metal on the thing, and I'm going, it's not some piece of garbage that would fall apart. It's nice. Beautiful.
That's all I care
good.
about. He'll go home and say,
I like this. What is it? Is it how big is it?
As long as I get 5 minutes where he goes, wow, I actually had a good time. Wasn't too fucking bad.
And then you wonder why you keep coming back next week.
Well, he keeps wondering, but
golf.
I get him. Like at the end, we always get him for like that 6 minutes where he's like smiling. And I shut the show off. We'll smoke a doob. We'll hang out. And I'll go, I haven't heard from him all week. He's happy. Because I'll get the phone call. You know, you fucking cut me off. You're a nasty fuck. You're morbid. What is your problem?
I could be telling a story on the way to the punchline of the story.
Like
he goes, Ann Rockney's watching. I know. And like, what the fuck? I was 2 seconds away.
He's a heckler in a comedy club. I know.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, he's bigger than that.
Listen, I'm big on. I think that you guys, like somebody like you, should do very well in the comedy world.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. He's doing it 9 years now.
No, he's doing it. If I'm correct, listen, we got about 7 more minutes.
Okay.
If I'm correct, you do it full time now, right? Because you retired from exterminating.
Yes,
so you're like a full time retired comic. You're able
to dedicate all my time.
Have you heard Dan Romano?
You ever heard of Dan
Romano?
Yes, I have.
You know Dan?
No.
You ever do a show with him?
No.
Everybody gets paid. Everybody come on my show gets paid.
Mr.
Everybody comes on my show gets paid.
Yeah, he gets paid $20, $5, whatever
Except
it is.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan does a lot of, she produces shows.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he used to own a pizzeria in Farmingdale. And
he was our competition. We love him.
We did a couple of shows out.
He's a riot.
We did Patrici's.
Yes.
Oh, I love Patrici's.
We did La Novella.
Listen, let me ask you something. I have 2 spots left. One for a woman and one. Would you like to come and hang out with us on September? You will get paid that night. Come out, hang out with us from the.
This is back up to 11 now.
No, it is 11. Yes, it will be 11, and we're done because I'm not going to get rid of anybody. I'm getting rid of Christian Hahn. We're doing Here's the deal.
Oh, Christian Hahn.
September 14th. I'm doing a show here. It's a pay-per-view. We're gonna have a live audience.
Oh.
We're gonna have about 10 comedians, and we're gonna basically do limo talk with a bunch of comedians hanging out with us and doing a shtick. Your shtick will be on the air for about 6 minutes.
Okay.
We are taking that shtick
5.
5 minutes. We're taking that. Bobby Lacerda in the back is gonna do his magic, and we're gonna make it into a 90-minute comedy show pay-per-view for a fundraiser for the Vicky Vasquez Memorial Scholarship Fund out of Farmingdale.
Great.
Anybody that buys it, that money's going to go to it minus the money I got to give to the pay-per-view company. So would you like to join us?
I would definitely like to.
September 14th.
September 14th.
Yes, I'll let you know, and I'll keep.
Are we here, hon?
Are you here? It's a Saturday night. It's 7:30 till probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. We're gonna have a live audience here. You know why? I want to do something for him. He don't get.
Oh, it's all about me.
No, Larry. He don't bring anybody that I happen to like you. It's good that I see. You know what I mean? I bring somebody that I like.
Okay.
But I want him to fucking hang out with us. I'm spitting on you again. Maybe you should get checked by the doctor too.
Come to my doctor.
He was the inspiration for the spit shield at the salad bar. Right here.
Listen, I get this all night from a lot of people. Mike Bott says, great show. Poor Melissa, your wife. Oh my God, Graz, you're a piece of shit. Elizabeth Batterdy, great show. Great show. Thank you. Oh my God, Graz, you're one way. You suck. Mike Bott, screw Graz, Mike Bott, fucking middle fingers. Fucking Bott, you piece of shit. We win this tournament now. You make me feel like shit.
Mike Bott.
Here comes the pickle bucket story from Greg DiFilippo.
Greg's heard the story 20 times.
Greg probably goes, maybe I should leave now for about 20 minutes. I would like you to join us that night.
I would love to.
And joining us, I'm going to get the sheet. So you guys talk, but I'm going to tell you if you've heard of any of these people. Let me
get the sheet of all the people that the cross outs, everything are all around this sheet. He throws people on, throws people off.
Right.
So that means there's a possibility.
No, you're on. Oh no, you're on. No, he's never really, taken to somebody like this.
I'll just make him feel better. I'll tell him, listen, I had something planned that week.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me move a few things around.
Let me read all. I'll read the Facebook list.
How's your Tuesday?
Greg DiFilippo, Ann
how's your
Rothie,
Tuesday? Look,
Leanna Quillen, Jason Stone. There's a new listener. Mike Nicolia, Peaches Rodriguez, Julie Angelina, Bruno Capola, Lou Ferriola, Elizabeth Batapede, Chris Smith, Taz, a resident artist, Pat Walsh, Joan Asher, Teresa Farrell, Dana Catarasa.
Dana, my cousin.
That's his cousin Dana.
Cousin Dana.
And
Top
she
notch
sent us
limo.
stars, Bobby, which is like an incentive to us.
She sent a bunch of stars.
She sent a bunch of stars.
I didn't feel the stars.
I have her own.
She's your cousin. She's your cousin. You're not supposed to feel the stars.
No, I don't.
And Mike Bott.
I don't look at my phone when I'm doing.
All right, so here's joining us that night.
Okay.
Charlie Myers. You ever heard of Charlie Myers?
No.
All right.
I don't want to insult anybody. I don't get out much.
Here we go.
Next
This
name.
is going to be a little clip. I like this. Justin McDonald. You never heard of him?
Yes, I heard it.
All right. Joe Pontillo.
Yes.
Brendan Ryan.
Yes.
Okay. Matt Arvalo. You haven't.
No.
Teresa Farrell.
Yes.
That's this guy. Whatever this is.
Whatever
Mike Nicolia.
Person.
Yes.
And Mike Zimmelman.
Never heard of him.
And now joining us is Larry Izzo. And the one we want one more woman. One more woman besides her. And I was thinking about Peaches Rodriguez.
Peaches is cool.
Yeah, you get along with Peaches?
Oh, she was just at the house.
So can you do me a favor? I'm gonna send it out to her. She's watching right now. Peaches, I want you to do the pay-per-view on September 14th. You're the second woman. I was thinking it was either between Peaches Rodriguez and Mandy Jones, but Mandy Jones can't do it. So Mandy Jones has been with me for a long time. That's why I asked.
I know
Peaches.
Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy's cool. That's it. That's all I gotta say tonight.
That's enough.
It's pretty good.
We got to get on. We got to get out.
So much. He's starting to get the white.
You got 84 more.
In his mouth over here.
No, I'm not.
You are. Before
because
you blew it on her face, that's why it's gone.
I'm not. You know what? It's better than me spitting all over you.
She's over here. She thought she got some cold cream.
I'm waiting for what do you? I wait.
That hair stander.
Fucking cold cream. What is that? What are you doing? Let me see what you're doing.
It got dark.
What are you doing, dummy? What are you doing? No, what are you doing, stupid? I know you're doing something stupid. I know. What does it say? What are you doing, dude? I'll tell you right now, you won't even fucking walk in here next week.
No,
hang out at the house. Don't fuck with me. What does that say? Ask Bobby if you ever caught grass hiding in the ice machine smoking crack. I've never smoked crack in my life, but I can't.
Wow, aren't you? You know what always bothers me?
I did snort cocaine off the ice machine.
I mean, forget about it. I know people get proud of themselves or whatever, but when somebody quits doing drugs and everybody's all proud of them and they're clapping and shit, and I'm sitting there going, what about some clapping for me? I never fucking did drugs. I never did. I never was.
You never smoked a do?
Of course I do all the time. But no, that's different. I'm saying heroin. Like they get off heroin or something like that, and they're like, oh, let's get him a job. He's off the heroin. I go, get me a fucking job. I never did heroin. What the fuck is this? We're doing people all kinds of favors because they got off something, and they finally acting like a normal human being over here, and now I'm getting no credit at all. I never did crack. You know?
Dude,
You should
know
have.
what? It's
You get
actually,
more credit.
I actually should apologize to you because you shouldn't have that. I shouldn't have had put you through that all these years. But it wouldn't have brought us to where we are right now, where we're having a pay-per-view on September 14th.
So
There you go.
See how he
pretty
ties,
cool.
see how it all comes back to him being good.
Put it back on. Let's get out of here. Hold on. September 14th, you're in.
I'm in.
Larry Izzo's in. All right. So Charlie Myers, Justin McDonald,
Good
Joe.
time,
Am
Charlie.
I on? Can you hear me?
I hope
don't
not.
know.
I hear you.
I think we can hear you.
I
You
think
don't need
so.
the mic.
Can
I
you-
got my friend Tony Cateridge. Tony was on here. He sings the national anthem at all different ballparks and stuff across the nation.
Oh, wow.
He had a band called Tony
Yes.
K and the Boardwalk. And this guy actually, he's singing for opening day. I ran the baseball league. So for opening day, I used to have him come in and sing the Star Spangled Banner. He comes in, the sound system's not working. He sang it without the sound system. It was-
Acapella?
Yeah.
Probably amazing.
It was freaking
Yeah.
amazing. He tore the place down. It was fantastic. And he did not need a microphone. His voice bellowed through the whole place. He has a really, really powerful voice. Big Elvis fan.
Really?
He used to do Elvis imitations and stuff like that. But he's a great singer. He's still doing stuff. But now he's doing acting. He's acting. I've seen him on commercials. I'm
That's
like,
great.
what the hell? Yeah.
I gotta. He's gonna kick us out of here.
Okay.
Turn
We
us
don't.
off.
Gotta go.
All
I
right.
just
So
want to
we
thank you
gotta
guys
go.
for having me on. It was a blast.
Nah,
Thank you,
Larry.
Larry. Time.
I had a great time.
Love the song.
When I scared Noreen at the cottage,
That was the biggest part of the show.
that was so. She fucking screamed. Ah!
She
Like I
scared
was
me.
fucking jumping her. I'm like,
Jeez.
all I want you to do is I want you to come in and hang out with us. Holy shit, you look like I was a ghost. I'm like, holy fuck. All right. For Richie, put the song on. For Rich Zarelli, board up extraordinaire. For this guy, Larry Izzo, the former exterminator, now comedian, now
Podcast.
What's the name of the podcast,
Cooking
please?
Show. Last with Larry, Cooking with Comics.
Cooking with Comics, Last with Larry.
Yeah.
You are joining us September 14th.
I definitely will.
Larry Izzo joining us September 14th. For you, who's on tomorrow night?
Richie Minavini.
What's
Paisan, there we
that's
go.
comedian Richie Man.
Richie Minavini owns the East Side Comedy Club. That's where Eddie Murphy and Bob Nelson and a bunch of comics started. Rosie O'Donnell, Ray Romano. So Richie Minavini's coming on tomorrow night. Can't
Dave
wait to have
Hawthorne
him.
used to do that.
Eastside Comedy used to be on 110
Mad at me
Yeah.
tonight.
with a man.
No, you look mad at me. No, but you look a little
I saw
mad
Killer
tonight. I don't
James
like
there.
the fact when we're like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
never mad at you.
the
Brad.
90s.
all right, for this guy, 13 years of putting up with me, to one of the funniest guys I know, Bobby Ince 41 Inzarello. It's like a marriage, dude. You know, you're stuck with me.
Love being told
It's an
I'm stuck
arranged
with
marriage.
Yeah.
Izzo, don't get on my fucking bad side. All right, Noreen likes me. Her and I hung out. We smoked a little.
We'll
joint
talk in the
even.
car.
I would really love to be in the back seat of that car, laying on the floor, listening to what they got to say about
What a
this-
fucking man that guy is.
Right.
He stepped on my joke. He's fucking not funny.
Gotta go home and stick your face in alcohol.
Fucking spitting all over the place. Fat fuck.
Right.
He swabs.
I got
fucking-
herpes on my face.
He shits in a
I
pickle
can't
bucket.
wait to take a shower. You
Yeah.
know?
He shits in a pickle bucket. No wonder why Cumia
Shits in a
can't.
bucket.
No wonder why Cumia can't stand him. Holy shit! For Bobby Lacerra in the
Well,
back.
you know, at the Cumia Studios, you have to walk that long way to get to the
Yes,
bathrooms.
it's a lot of
You need a
security there
bucket
too.
there.
All right, for Larry Izzo, ex-exterminator, comedian. Any website, anything like that?
Laughs with Larry. Not.
Laughs with Larry's the website.
Yes.
You just put in Laughs with Larry.
Last with Larry, the website.
LaughsWithLarry.com.
All right, lastwithlarry.com. Bobby Lacerra in the back, Paradise Studios, Strong Island TV, Strong Island Entertainment. Bobby, Richard Zarelli, brought up extraordinaire. Bobby and Zarello in
You're
41.
like the Korean band saying goodnight last night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Tea
Good
time
night.
with
Love
tea-
you. We love you. We
tea-
love you. Thank you for having
Tea
us.
time with tea time.
Going to war now.
Yeah.
My man wants me.
Are you two fucking done now?
Sorry.
No, we're having fun.
Well, he won't let us have fun. Tea time with Teresa tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Join her with Richard Minerva, whatever, whoever.
Is
the
it
fuck
Richie Minerva?
Benavini. All right, for me, Anthony Grazzi there, and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, thank you for joining us. Please share the show. Give us a like. Give us a love. We'll see you next week. And for Noreen, from
LMN Printing.
LMN Printing in what is it?
Valley Stream West.
Valley Stream.
West.
All right.
Go ahead. 23
West Merrick Road, Valley Stream, New York.
There you go. Good night. God bless. We'll
Good
see you
night.
tomorrow.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.